tuck on this one.
Yep.
Hey, what is up, y'all?
Yay, welcome to the blend.
Yes, who are you?
I'm Courtney, and this is Jay. He's my husband.
Yeah, I am. I'm Jay. I've been your husband since 1997.
That's a long time.
I believe so. Welcome to the show. We have, I see the Dirty Dozen here. Well,
Yes.
actually, we're up to 15,000 now, but
that's amazing.
wow.
Starting off right.
what 24 hours we've had.
It's been busy and fun, and
Yeah,
lots of
it's-
liquor. Where are you
Wow, a little further away from you. Too hot. Yeah, so we were in Birmingham
going? Yes,
last night, to the best of my recollection.
which is in and out for him.
I had
last night.
I had a lot too much to drink.
A lot too much to drink.
I think that's fair to say.
It is the most lit I have seen JG Tate in a long time.
I'm not sure I
Long
can get
time.
drunker than that. I wouldn't be conscious.
I said, "Do you remember this?" He goes, "Nope." You remember this? Nope.
Disco Godfather's with us. He says, "Put your weight on it, Jay," from Tim's fourth burner account.
I love it.
Please be sure to subscribe, my man.
Yes, for sure.
All right, so tonight it's a Thursday, which means we're drinking
Yes.
live on the YouTubes. I
we
am
are.
doing the best I can. I have had a bumpy day. I drank way too much last
Yeah.
night. We were at a Steel Panther show, and I mean, shit happens when you're at a Steel
Yeah.
Panther show.
You just make stuff. I mean, it was eventful and fun.
We
We
met-
made new friends.
We did. We met a couple couples.
Yeah,
Let's see,
had a good
Laura
time.
and Keith, I believe. And then the other one were Rebecca and Rick.
That's right.
All of them absolute party animals,
Yes.
and had a great time.
We did have a great
So
time.
we'll have pictures at show and tell time.
Yes.
Not the X-rated ones, the accidental ones where I almost fell off the balcony,
Yeah, we don't want those.
possibly with
Anyway,
an appendage leaking out of my clothes. But that's
we don't have the. There's no photographic evidence that ever occurred.
I don't. The people who saw it aren't going to know who I am.
Yeah,
They're not going to
true.
say, "Hey, that's JG from the Bourbon Blend." You know what I mean? Tonight we're going to be talking about Maker's Mark private selections,
Yes.
which is something that we've had an opportunity to. We helped pick a bottle.
Yes.
For the Alabama Bourbon Trail series. The Montgomery bottle was us and, like, I don't know, 20 other people, something like that.
Something like that.
And it's a really fun program and project that they do. We're going to break down these three different bottles from 2019, 2020, and 2021
Yes.
that Cuz from across the street got us as a gift a few years
Yes.
ago, and we just hadn't had a chance to open them yet, but now we're going to open them.
Now we're gonna break into them.
And we're going to learn a little bit about how they finish those, these private selections, what makes them a private selection, and why you should keep your eyes open for these when you're out and about, because it's some good shit.
Good stuff up in there.
We're also going to talk about Steel Panther a little bit. We have some other photos to show, and we will also go into what this is right here, which is a
Yes.
very handy accoutrement for any serious bourbon enthusiast. That is a
Hey,
bottle
there you
flight.
go.
Hey,
Yes.
so that in harmony.
Very nice. We did.
A little bottle flight you could take with you on the road, which we did last night.
We
And
did.
we have before, and it comes in very, very useful. It's TSA compliant, and they don't pay us for this, but
No, but it is super cool and it's a very sturdy product. Excuse me.
you like sturdy things.
I do like sturdy.
That's why you like me. Sturdy. Feel like a fire plug. All right, guys. Let's see. I'm just kind of checking out who all is in the chat. I know we've got a lot of legends in here already.
Yes.
A lot of our Blender
Pocket Watch.
fam, Pocket Watch.
Yes, Canoeman.
Tim is here. Canoeman is here. Raven is here. Corey and Tori.
Tori and Tori are here.
The true Montgomery Power
Yes.
couple are here. And we also got
Disco
Hey, Runner
Godfather.
24 is here as well. We love him. And Corey says, "Jay, you still standing on business?" Standing on business.
It took he
What
wasn't
happened?
standing on much last night.
No, I was wobbling. I was really glad you were
very
there
wobbly.
to guide me
He
home.
wouldn't have gotten back to the hotel.
Disco says, "This is going to be interesting. I've been curious about those makers and the differences."
Nice.
Wow, that's very nice of you to say that, my man.
I have
Disco
not-
Godfather. It's nice to have you here. First
Yeah,
time on
look
the
at
channel, I believe.
Look at that. I love that avatar.
All right, so you just want to kick this thing off
Let's do this.
with some Auburn slash
Let's do that.
basketball.
And then we will break into the bourbon shortly after that.
Yeah, we will. All right, so the Auburn Tigers were off for the midweek games, which is why Steel Panther decided to come to Birmingham midweek so that I could go and not worry about
Lots
missing
of
the
practice time for them.
Auburn. Yeah. That's important.
They need
The Auburn Tigers lost their last game out to the hated, the loathed the universally despised UK Wildcats, a team that Courtney absolutely hates because you're a Louisville fan.
No, that's incorrect.
The Auburn Tigers lost that game at home 70-59, which sounds not too bad, but it felt worse than that for most of that game. They were down more than that. They were down less than that, too. They got it down to 5 a couple times in the second half, but it seemed like both times that Auburn got it down, it bounced right back to 12 or 13 pretty quickly. And bottom line is Kentucky's guards, who are very good, badly outplayed the Auburn guards. As I put up there, Trey Donaldson and Aiden Holloway combined for 0 assists. These are two guys that, maybe a month ago had put together, I think, 20 assists between them in a game, and now they had 0. Aiden is just not with the program right now. Well, I shouldn't say that. I'm using an idiom. Aiden is not playing well, and he is mentally in a bad space. I think he's just lost all of his confidence.
Wow.
So, if you're trying to put a ball into the basket, 20, 23 feet away, you got to have confidence that shot's going to go in.
Yep.
And he doesn't have it right now. He's 2 of 16 from three-point range this month, which I think is 5 games.
Told you about those 3-pointers.
Yeah, it's really not that big of a deal. Now, Jalen Williams went down with 10 minutes to go in the game, and it looked really bad. He kind of twisted when he landed, and I thought he was a goner. But turns out he just kind of suffered a medium strain, I guess, of some of the stuff going on there. No serious damage, and it is my belief, based on
information
that he's going to be out. They're aiming for him to be available in Nashville for the SEC tournament. He may be able to sneak in one game in the regular season, but they're not going to rush it. So even though Ayler has been on the board saying that my information is wrong on that, he's definitely going to be out, I would say, at least 4 games. And it may go ahead and be the 5. And just because if you skip that last game, the Georgia game at the end, that gives you another 3 or 4 days to continue to heal. So he was on an exercise bike at practice on Monday, which I considered great progress.
Considering what it looked like at first, yes.
So he's going to be okay. The pressing issue now is, what is Auburn going to do without him for these next 4 or 5 games? You still got Chaney Johnson playing the power forward. He's been solid. But I think when you're playing a bigger team and you've got to have some more size, you're going to have to play Dylan at 5 and Janai at 4. I think you're going to see that kind of a lineup maybe for the Tennessee game. The Vols are a lot bigger. For the Georgia game, which is a team that plays really 4 guards, I think you'll see Chad Baker-Mazara play some minutes, some significant minutes at power forward. So they can kind of mix and match a little bit, and I think that's good for the tournament, to try to get a little more versatility out of those guys. Chad Baker-Mazara, when he's popping, he is a very useful piece, and might as well get more guys who are popping on the floor at the same time. Their next game, I don't know why it says at Georgia. Our intern must be really sucking right now. He must be hungover from the Steel Panther concert.
Must be.
Auburn is playing at Georgia, not at Georgia, but just at Georgia, Saturday night, 5 o'clock for us in the Central Time Zone, which I consider God's time, on the SEC Network. So Georgia's a team that they almost always start well, and then they kind of shit themselves in the second half, particularly at home. They did it again the other night. They had a lead at halftime and ended up spitting the bit. I think that was on the road, though. But anyway, Georgia's going to be a problem. I mean, they're better. I think they lost several in a row, or like 6 of 7, but they're always close. And Mike White, who's one of your favorite former Ole Miss players.
Of course.
Him and Buck Flanagan. Is the coach over there, and he's definitely changing the culture at Georgia. So they're getting better. I hate it because I don't like Georgia at all, but that's just my opinion. So Auburn's a little wobbly at the moment, just with the loss to Kentucky and trying to get Aiden Holloway and Trey Donaldson playing a little bit better, and going to have to figure out what to do without Jalen for a few days. That's how it goes. Ravin does say in the chat, might be an unpopular opinion, but we might let SEMO go get physical with some 4s. I agree. I think that's something that could happen. I didn't want to say that because some people get really upset when we start talking about SEMO. I don't know. He's just an unpopular player, Courtney. I don't know.
Why is that?
Because he doesn't really do much.
Okay.
He had one of the worst 15 seconds I've ever seen from an Auburn player the other day. He literally got the ball stolen from him like some shit you would see in eighth grade basketball. And then he chased the ball down and fouled the guy, and then it was an and one, and he hit the free throw. I was like, fuck, dude. Like,
I will say Kentucky came to play.
yeah, they did.
They didn't slow down either. And I think Auburn was just caught off guard at first and couldn't get it back.
It's interesting because, 10 years ago, it was like everybody was gunning for Kentucky. And now it's, at least in this rivalry, it's changed. I mean, Kentucky's gunning for Auburn.
Yeah.
And I think Kentucky showed up ready to play because Auburn had that reputation, or has that reputation, particularly in Nev. Here are the latest standings. Alabama's, a full game clear of Tennessee, 2 games clear of Auburn and South Carolina. And, I hate to say it, but Alabama's looking decent. They still got to play Tennessee, so that's going to be a big showdown game. I don't think that's until March, though. And so Auburn's got at Georgia, still got to go to Tennessee. Then I have home games, Mississippi State and Georgia, and then they're at Missouri, who lost again. They're 0-13 in the SEC, as you can see there. And I worry about that game a little bit because at some point Missouri's just going to be like, I'm sick of this shit,
Didn't UK lose to LSU last night?
They did. They lost on a buzzer beater.
What? Come on. Jeez.
Who was it? Somebody on our show the other day when I did the brain drain was like, watch Kentucky. They're going to go lay an egg against fucking LSU.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what they did. Because, they get it for Auburn and they thought they accomplished something with that. Mississippi State, as we talked about on the show a couple weeks ago, they're definitely improving. They've won 4 in a row now. It has been against kind of subpar competition for most of it, but they got their butt handed to them by Alabama, I think 5 games ago, and then the next 4 they've been able to rip through. So Mississippi State's a better team now. That's a team that beat Auburn over there, and they still got to come here. So we'll see how that reckoning works out. But Florida's a team that, Todd Golden, the former Auburn assistant, is doing a hell of a job. Florida been playing really good basketball, so Auburn don't have to mess with them anymore unless they see them in the tournament. But
How about Missouri?
shitty, man. They're really
Man,
shitty.
that's a tough. It's a tough.
I honestly thought they were going to be decent this year. Like I didn't think they'd be like great.
13.
It's AU 256. He said it last week. It would be some Auburn shit to lose to Missouri, and now with Jay Will out, you wonder even a little bit more. But they do have a little time to get this. First of all, they had all week to kind of work on these rotations and get a little more comfortable. Like for instance, with Chad playing 4, Simo playing 4, Janai playing 4. They'll be able to get that worked out ahead of this Georgia game, and I think they'll have a few chances to kind of get that done in game, so they don't go to Missouri with a bunch of new ideas. Whatever. Let's see. Tim says, I'm down to see Simo do his thing like Motah and above the rim without the gun part, though.
Yeah, no gun part.
Okay. So anything, the story is this season, Arkansas shitty, really. I know we all hate to see it.
Yeah, everybody's crying about
Eric
that.
Musselman's so popular and beloved.
He needs to keep his shirt on.
And Georgia's record really it belies how much they've improved. I think Georgia's a lot better than they were because they were dog shit before. Ole Miss has definitely fallen to earth a little bit. Mississippi State's on the improvement train. Florida's on the improvement train. And other than that, it's been pretty much what I expected. What we all expected, honestly. So that's the situation. Again, Saturday night, 5 o'clock. You got Auburn winning that one by 25.
And you will have a brain drain immediately after.
Yes, we will.
You may even have it with new internet.
Yeah, we're supposed to get new internet tomorrow. I'm getting fiber internet.
Yeah.
We are getting fiber internet installed at the house tomorrow, so that's going to be exciting. Yes. So there we go. Auburn basketball. What are you predicting for that Georgia game, Courtney?
Well, my last prediction and your last prediction was really bad, so I'm just going to say Auburn by 7.
I'm going to say Auburn by 5.
Okay.
They're going to be down. They're going to be down with 8 minutes to go, and they're going to win. That's how it works if you play at Georgia. They get up on you, and then they spit the bit.
Okay.
They drop the bag, as the kids say.
CBT. Okay.
Vince says, I really wish we had that Mississippi State game back.
Oh.
That's the one that was like maybe a month ago now. Yeah, they got really physical with Auburn. That was really the first major physical test for Auburn, and they didn't step up to it very well. Auburn didn't play great on the road usually, but I think that's going to change over time. Just get some guys with their confidence back a little bit, and I think it'll change. I don't have much to tell you on football right now.
That's exactly what I was talking about too. Or Vin was talking about.
Can we talk about the Bama player dropping the people's elbow on the guy from Florida? When does it become assault? It's the same dickhead that stepped on Janai, wasn't it?
Yeah. I saw that and I was like, really?
That guy's got some
That's
issues,
just not
man.
cool. Not cool.
That shit happened back in the day too, wasn't it? Didn't Christian Laettner step on Aminu Timberlake or something like that? What a dick, man. Christian Laettner sucks. Does he suck or what?
Yes, no doubt.
Look at that. Even the Louisville fan says she hates Christian
Stop.
Laettner. One thing I want to note is that our alma mater, Transylvania University, I believe
Still
is
going strong.
59 in a row.
Yeah, it's the end of the regular season.
Yes, we're hosting our conference tournament. It's at Transy.
Big time.
And I don't predict a game to be within 15. We're just going to win that bitch. Shouldn't even roll the ball out there, honestly. So that means we go into the Division III national tournament on a 62 or 63 game win streak,
Yep.
which would be the second longest streak in NCAA history of any level. Some team, I think it was Washington and Lee in St. Louis, I think they won like 80 in a row or 90 in a row or something. Holy hell, yeah. Corey says, asks me if it's C Spire fiber. It is not. It's going to be AT&T fiber. That was what was available to me. And it wasn't even available to me until I had to call and bother them.
Call and ask and say, hey, my friend has it. Can I have it too?
They told us that we couldn't get it at our house, even though Becky and Cuz from across the street, who literally live across the street from us, have it. I was like, wait
a minute.
their front door is like 100 feet from our front door. How can we
they
not
not
have it?
have it?
So essentially it was a mistake in the system, and they were like, oh, yeah, we can get you.
Yep.
Don Proper Dickin is in the house, Courtney.
Oh, it's the time change. I'm always impressed that he
I
can
know.
make it.
I think he's up early for work is what he's doing, because being
right.
a governor of Southern Holland is hard as fucking work.
That's right.
He says he popped in just in time to see Knuman boast about fiber. Yes, Knuman says all fiber is a game changer.
There you
What
go.
excites me about that is I have essentially the same upload as I do download.
That's crazy.
Because the problem we're having at the house is that we have no upload speed.
Doesn't work well when you're trying to stream something.
No, it's horrendous. I was trying to put out the podcast the other day, and it was a 5-hour upload for a audio file that usually takes me 90 seconds.
He thought he meant dietary fiber.
So Don says, shit, I thought he meant dietary fiber. Got him. Down where Don's at in Maastricht, Holland, they've had fiber for like 15 years.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
over in Europe, they do things a lot smarter. Corey says, C-Spire built fiber in the hood last summer. We got a gig from them last week, blazing.
Nice.
That's what I like to hear. Nice. C-Spire may be in our neighborhood, but I don't think it's at our house. Anyway.
I'm tired of figuring it all out.
Yeah, I just want to.
It's too challenging.
Let's
just
put it
get
in
it done.
and get it working and say, fuck it, let's go, you know.
Yep.
And AU256 says Google Fiber FTW, but he's up in Madison where they have Google Fiber.
Oh, well, those are smart folks.
You know that ain't coming to Montgomery anytime soon, my G. And Knuman says Anulian Don. All right.
Let's get us some bourbon.
Yeah, Courtney is ready. She wants some bourbon.
I am ready.
Let's see, Maker's Mark, Maine. That's what we're going to go. Oh, well, we'll just put ourselves right there.
That looks good.
Or do you want me to put it down here?
No, it doesn't matter to me.
It doesn't matter.
Perfect.
All right, Maker's Mark Private Selections. This is some cool-ass stuff from one of our favorite distilleries in Loretto, Kentucky. That's Marion County, Kentucky, where my dad comes from.
Yes, it is.
It's south of Louisville and Lexington, maybe an hour, something like that. And beautiful place.
It is beautiful.
I think it was probably your favorite campus outside of Castle and Key.
It's gorgeous. It's it looks like a farm.
Tori did mention off topic that there were a lot of cell phone problems today in the country.
Oh my gosh, yeah, right?
We haven't gotten any clarity. It largely affected AT&T, but we haven't gotten any clarity about why that happened. The government said they were looking into it, which I'm sure they're going to really bust their ass on that. And we'll try to figure out what happened on that. There were some bunker people where it was like a husband and wife. I think it was a Royal Girl said that her phone was a brick and her husband's was fine, and they were sitting next to each other in the house. Like, it didn't make any sense at all. I'm concerned, Tori. I'm not a conspiracy theorist per se, but something's up, man. I'm telling you. And I know the Russians and the Chinese folks are always trying to hack us and fuck with us. Yep. We know that from
a good friend.
Insider knowledge. So yeah, Maker's Mark. So that is distilled and aged in Loretto, Kentucky. This stuff starts as cask strength makers, which is usually, I think, 108 to 116 or so. Regular makers is more like 90-ish.
These are all 109.
These are all 109s. All right, very good. Their regular mash bill there at Maker's Mark is 70% corn, 16% wheat, and 14% barley, which I learned last week would qualify this as a wheater because Sir Cousin said that any bourbon where the second largest percentage is wheat qualifies it as a wheater.
I did not know that.
That's right.
Look at that.
So there you go.
I learned something new today.
AU 256 is Russian EMP, which would be a type of weapon.
Okay, that's fun.
Well,
Let's talk about bourbon.
He was just throwing that out as a possibility. Maker's Mark is traditionally aged between 6 and 7 years. So this is going to be these private selections. Here's what happens. So they take the cask strength makers, that's aged 6 to 6.5 years. Then they put 10 staves in there for 6 months. Sometimes it's like 10 weeks, but I think for this it's 10 months. And that adds a little something to it. And that's the thing that we like so much about that. It kind of adds a little bit of a different angle on a classic bourbon like that. Yeah. I'm trying to think if we have any other private selections around here, Cordy.
I don't think so.
I got one from our Charred Oak Spirits. Yeah, well, there's another one right behind you. We ain't got to get it right now, but the toasted marshmallow one's right there.
Oh, yeah, because that's the one that you dipped.
Wait, Tori said my comment disappeared, y'all. Uh-oh. No, I see it. It's still there. It's still there. All right, so you have 5 different kinds of staves that you can choose from. Baked American Pure, the seared French Cuvée, Maker's Mark 46, roasted French mocha, and toasted French spice. Now, when we did our tasting, they give you an opportunity to taste each of those 5 by themselves, which is not necessarily the coolest thing you've ever had.
No, you're kind of like, it's very bitter. Even the sweet ones are bitter.
Yeah. And so you try to make a collection of, hey, this you get 10 staves. You can choose from those 5. You can make it all 5 or all 10 toasted French spice. You could do 2 of each. You could do 1, 3. Fuck, you do the math. Anyway, I put
I'm sure there's somebody out there that could tell us how many different combinations there could be.
Our friend Crystal could probably figure that out. Yeah. So we have 3 versions here with us. These are 375 milliliter bottles, so a little smaller than normal. But the combinations are as follows. You see there. So there's 19. Oh.
Wait, we might get a good glug glug. Hold on.
Maybe.
A little bit of a glug.
This 2019 version has 0 baked American Pure, 2 seared French Cuvée, 0 Maker's Mark 46 staves, and then 4 each of the roasted French mocha and the toasted French spice. Now, on our bourbon, which is my go-to place for all bourbon information because they're never wrong, they suggest that the roasted French mocha, the ones that have that in it, are usually the ones that taste better.
This is a delicious nose.
OTAG says TF is a cuvée. Bro, I don't know.
Oh, that is a delicious nose. Like, that is very...
That's nice.
That's really nice. Now, the one thing I want to say is that this came as a 3-pack.
Yeah, it did.
This was it was a gift set, I guess, around the holidays. We just hadn't broken it out yet, so tonight's the night.
Tonight's the night.
Oh, it smells so good. I haven't even...
Tonight's the night.
I just want to keep sniffing it.
Tonight's the night. Thinking about Neil Young on that one. I thought that this surprised me.
Spicier. Well, that makes sense. The toasted French spice.
I kind of get sweet and then spicy. It's pretty freaking.
It's pretty spicy
tasty.
now. It's spicy, but it's not a burn. It's not a burn. It's just spicy. It still is on my tongue.
Irvin says he has one that is 22330.
Ah, interesting.
Very interesting, Irvin. That sounds like a winner. I wonder what this toasted marshmallow one is.
We never have had that.
Yeah, I broke that bitch open one time.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
Did you really?
Well, yeah, I did.
Let me see. Oh, you sure did.
Now this one is 01351.
Was any good?
Fuck yeah, it was good.
I don't remember that one.
Johnny still got one he didn't open. I don't think Cuz opened his either.
This is the bottle that Jay actually dipped at the distillery.
Yeah, I did dip that at the distillery, and that girl talked really nasty to me, but I liked it. I loved it. Let's see. Raven says, I hear cuvee, I think about wine. Yeah, there's a place down there in Destin. It's called like Cuvee Beach or some shit like that. I just figured it was some place for wine girls.
This is good. I like this.
It's a little rough on the front end for me. I don't know if that's because I'm hungover or what it is, but
No, I like it. It does not burn down the throat. It stays right on the tongue. Spicy. This is good. I like this.
the thing I don't like about it is it just disappears quickly. It doesn't have.
Oh, it doesn't for me at all.
Well,
You might have burnt all your taste buds last night. It's a strong possibility.
I did get absolutely destroyed last night. Pathetic. Raven says 5. Wow. Yeah. On this one, it's got 5 roasted French mendiant. Oh, okay. So this one's older. And they've now, instead of calling it roasted French mocha, which is what it says on these, this one calls it roasted French mendiant. I don't really know what the difference is on that, but
Just the way that they make those steaks.
the chick that was running this, the ambassador that come by,
That's really cool.
wow, she was a legend. I forgot her name, but she was kick-ass.
She was awesome.
Hell yeah. And yeah, we like Maker's Mark. Drank a lot of this in college.
I like this a lot because this is one that I can drink and then I remember I'm drinking it and I'm not keep bottoms up. Like, because it's staying on the tongue. You said it doesn't for you, but it stays on my tongue. So I'm not going to drink too fast because I can still taste it.
I get a good amount of chocolate in that too. It's pretty good.
I like that. That's good. I'd
That's
drink
just
that.
that tastes its proof though, every bit of it. It tastes like 115 proof to me.
It doesn't to me.
You know, maybe
I think, like I said, I think that your taster's a little off.
maybe your taster's off. Huh?
Your taster's off. Are you going to try to mix it up now?
No.
You
What?
are, so let me go ahead.
Why don't you
All right.
get yourself one?
Yourself some.
So this is the one that we got from the distillery. It's called Toasted Marshmallow. Now, whether this tastes like toasted marshmallow is probably subject
Put
to
its cap on before I spill it.
consideration, but this one has the 5 médiance, or the French mocha. And again, the people in our bourbon think that's the key. That's the key stave.
I think this is all because I heard you say it's toasted marshmallow. Then I'm like, ooh, I smell marshmallow.
So again, this one is 01351. Huh. So this one also has a lot of French mocha in it.
Oh. I'm not wild about that. It's okay. I guess I can get a little bit of that coffee. Mm-hmm. Which that's probably why I'm turned off by it.
It definitely has like a coffee thing to it. Not a nasty coffee, just like coffee.
No, but I don't like coffee, so any sort of coffee.
But this one doesn't taste as hot to me.
No, I don't know.
109 proof.
No.
Just
They know where to
just doesn't
stay,
hit as
right?
hard. Yeah, for real. I would call these both dry, and I would also call them thin. I mean, not like thin like Kentucky Gentleman thin, but I mean, this stuff's not like coating.
I don't care for that.
You think this is coating your tongue and shit?
I don't like that very much.
Well,
I mean,
all right.
it's okay. It's just I'm not. I think if you like coffee, you'd be just fine. But
Garçon!
I love the
Coffee.
smell of coffee, but I do not like the taste of it at all.
You like coffee enemas though, right? Wait, what?
No.
What?
Nobody's begging for that.
Somebody
if you are,
is.
there's something wrong.
Wait, what would be
Got
wrong?
some more comments there, Jay.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. The comments were flowing in, and here I was
Yes,
babbling.
exactly.
Cuz from across the street, you may also know him as Chris Haynes. He says Montgomery Barrel Trail is 51004.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
Interesting.
That was
Maybe that's why I like this one, because I did like the Montgomery one, and then this has 4 at the bottom.
all right. So you want to try the 20 one?
Yeah, let's try that. So this is 20.
Now this one's going to be a whole lot
2020.
different than that Montgomery Barrel Trail one. We did buy a shitload of those Montgomery ones. I think we buy a case,
Got a case.
and we gave some away, and we drank some, and yeah, shit happens. Okay, so this is the 2020 version. This should taste significantly different,
Yeah.
considering we're going from
It
4 mocha staves
Yeah.
to 0 mocha staves.
Yeah, it should definitely.
I would think this is going to be a little sweeter. Definitely sweeter on the front end. Hey, 49 Minutes to Midnight caught my Pulp Fiction reference.
That is sweeter. It's sweeter, but it doesn't. The nose is not as strong. I like the nose on the first one much better. A lot sweeter.
So I like this one better than the first one. I like the sweet front end on this. I think I just burned my mouth out last night with all that shit I was drinking. Blake R is in the house.
I like the first
The
one.
absolute legend, our East Coast czar. And also, I'm very glad that 49 Minutes to Midnight got that Pulp Fiction reference.
Cherry cola.
Otag says, no such thing as too much bourbon. Brother, there is such thing as too much bourbon. I got a double / triple shot last night.
Not only that, but we also in between, because the pours were very expensive for bourbon. So I was like, you know what? We're going to play it a little low key. We're listening to some heavy metal, so we need to have some PBR.
Yeah,
so we had a PBR intermission between bourbon at the beginning and bourbon at the end.
Yeah, that's just bad planning, really.
Well, no, I wasn't planning on any more bourbon until our nice new friends went and bought us both doubles, and I was like,
really
oh my
nice.
God. And it wasn't just a double, it was like this. It was
Rebecca, if you're
heavy
watching,
pour.
thank you for getting that.
Yes.
But you really fucked me up.
It was a longer walk home.
We drank some bourbon, then we started drinking PBR, and I was like, okay, we'll just ride
Finish
this
it out.
PBR into the sunset, and then we started drinking again.
And we started drinking bourbon again. And then this was the most upsetting part. We walk out, and you can see Taco Bell on the horizon from Iron City. And we're like, yes, and you can see it's open, so we walk down. Guess what? Only the drive-thru's open. Oh, the door was locked. I'm sitting there like yanking on the door like, please, please, I need a burrito.
We needed something. I would have taken a Mexi Melt at that point. But
yeah, I needed something. I needed a little nachos Bel Grande or a little something. But yeah, there was no such luck on that. But as for the bourbon here.
I know, hold on, I got a little lyric I wanted to
Oh,
just
Lord.
thought of. Now the posse's getting hungry and mixing lots of treating. We stopped at Taco Bell for some Mexican eating, but Taco Bell was closed. A girl was on my tip. They said go back the other way. We'll stop and eat at Dick's.
Oh.
Larry is
It's
the
almost
white
like
guy.
you knew that.
People think he's funny. A real estate investor who makes a lot of money. That made me think about when you said Taco Bell was closed. I thought of the posse on Broadway. All right.
Man, that's very sad. It was sad. Sad face.
Yeah, I like the second one better. You still get the chocolate in there, but I don't get the coffee. And it's sweeter on the front end to me. Still very thin, though.
You know, it is interesting because I said in the toasted marshmallow that I did not like the coffee taste. But allegedly this one has the mocha in it, but I liked it better.
No, this is the 2020, isn't it?
I'm talking about the first one.
Oh, word, yeah.
And I was talking about your toasted marshmallow. Like, I didn't like the toasted marshmallow, but that doesn't make sense. I don't know.
Otag says drunk Taco Bell is the shit.
Yes.
Absolutely. Taco Bell tastes way better when you're drunk.
Yes.
And they
hit the price point.
they are playing straight up got back into the Choco Taco game. They're gonna help resurrect the Choco Taco.
Oh, sweet.
Yes,
You know who's gonna be devastated about this?
That it's coming back?
Would be John at the tipping point, because he always makes me a dessert taco.
Oh, yes. Let's see. Blake says JG rapping is better than 80s pop for show.
Jay is quite the rapper.
Hey, Major Zero's in the house. Major Zero has been
nice to see ya.
busy this month.
Yes, he has.
He's been doing haul videos from top to bottom, from sea to shining sea, looking for the best bourbon out there. And he manages to find a hell of a lot of it.
Yeah, he does. It's impressive.
And we're also on his Discord now, me and Cuz are. And I'm telling you, some of the smartest bourbon people I've come across are in that Discord. So fired up. Appreciate you, Major, for putting your arm around us and just being a good bourbon friend.
That's right.
We've been drinking this.
Sorry, guys.
Bless your heart.
Was not expecting that.
You know you can put your finger over your nose
No,
like
it
that?
does
Just
not
like
work for
Popeye
me.
used to do for Brutus?
No, Jay says that works, and it does not work for me.
We were trying some of these private selects. Major Zero, which you know quite a bit about. We got a 2019, 2020, and a 2021 from I presume from the distillery. That's all they're called. So
Yep.
I enjoyed the 20 version better. She enjoyed the 19 version. Neither one of us liked the toasted marshmallow from the distillery. So
No.
we'll try the 21 now. and
Ready.
see how that one.
Let me finish this real quick.
Jeez. Oh, you're a slow drinker tonight.
Oh, you're telling me
Blake
I'm a
R
slow
says,
drinker?
I'm a little drunk myself, and he's going to have some Taco Hell.
Here we go. Hang on.
Major Zero says, I just host the Discord. I am not a smart man. I would disagree.
I would disagree.
I would disagree with that. Well, you do host the Discord. That is true, but you are wise in the ways of the burbs.
All right, so we're coming in strong here on the 2021.
Coming in hot.
And we're gonna see what we think about this.
So this one,
this is definitely different. This is a great little sample thing. I like this.
yeah,
a
it
lot.
breaks it up a little bit. So we've
really
gone
cool.
from a lot of the French mocha or the Mediante to zero, and now we're going heavy on the Maker's Mark 46, which is a lightly toasted French oak. No, lightly, not toasted, like singed. I don't know what the word would be. Very lightly.
Interesting.
I've lost some of the chocolate taste.
Oh, I don't like it. I do not like the finish. I don't like the finish.
Yeah, it's making my nose twist, and I don't mean like from gangbanging at the old folks' home. Corey
Mm-hmm.
Dove says, Blake, I asked Jay if he wanted to go see REO Speedwagon next month. I was there, I agree. He said basically hell to the no.
Well,
It's not really, it's not that I hate REO Speedwagon, and I certainly like you, but like just the trouble of getting all the way down there, paying for it.
here's the thing. I'm already making Jay do some different music options. So
Is this where you're trying to get me to go to Madonna concert?
you are going to Madonna.
I'm
so
going to
it's
the
not an
Madonna
option.
concert. Okay.
We have tickets.
I don't hate
probably.
Madonna. I said I would go. The good news for me about Madonna is it's probably going to be a bunch of bitches there that I'm going to like, right?
Yes, scantily clad,
Probably not. But.
my age girls. So girls, look at me. I'm calling myself a girl.
Major Zero asks wisely if we have an Instagram. The answer is no,
Oh, we don't.
because we're clueless idiots.
Okay, so let me put that on the list.
It's on the list, Major Zero.
On the list.
You just made the list, bro. Canoeman, of course, jumping in with a REO Speedwagon reference. Heard it from a friend who. Heard it from a friend who. Heard it from another. You've been drinking makers. You know.
Yeah, this is my least favorite of these
Yeah, I don't
three.
like this either.
Don't worry, I'm going to finish my glass, but I'm not a big fan.
Of course. Actually, that was a better taste for me right there. This doesn't taste as hot, even though it's the same proof. It's interesting. The first one we had tasted way too damn hot. It might have been because it was the first one.
I didn't think it was hot at all.
It's probably first sip is what
Yeah.
did it.
Well, I had some Old Granddad 114 to start off the night for me.
Did you really?
Of course I did.
Cuz says he has one called Cherry Cola that is
Interesting.
04150. So now, our bourbon would love that one because anything that's high on that fourth number they think is great. But I'd be interested.
Interesting.
I would be interested in tasting that. So yeah, this is good. This is a smart thing. So this started with their 46 expression, Maker's 46, which came out in 2010, which is their first really stave finishing project, which was the Maker's Mark 46 was named after a type of French oak stave that they were using to finish it in, and they finished it in that badass cellar that we were in, the rock cellar. When we went in there, it's fucking cold in there. Like, it's shockingly cold. It was a hot ass day when we were there, and then you go in that cavern, and so they finish them in there.
Will you do me a favor? Will you look back and when Cuz said what the Montgomery numbers were?
Sure.
I forgot what that was.
He said 51004 for the Montgomery Barrel Trail, and that's one that we picked and we really liked. So
51004. Yeah, that would make sense because I like the French spice on the first one, and I am not wild about this. I guess where it says Maker's 46, that makes sense.
yeah, I think 46 when it came out in 2010 was the first significant change they had made to their product in a fucking minute. I mean, and I think people kind of dug it and then wanted to expand it. This has been a very smart thing that they've done, by the way, the private barrel selections, because everybody feels like they're getting a little bit of a
say so in it.
yeah, like it
And
makes
it's
you
really
feel
cool.
smart even if you're a dipshit. Greta, who was our ambassador that we worked with.
Oh, you remember now. Nicely
Yeah,
done.
she's so good at making you feel smart when I'm certain that she knows more than any of us.
Yes, this is good. Not.
A Major Zero says 23
Not
people
major.
watching, only 11 likes. Are you not entertained? Hit that like button. Look at
Yes.
Major Zero. What a stud.
Look at you. Trying to help us out. I love it.
Uh-oh. Corey says that Tori says that Corey turns 45 on
45.
Saturday.
Woo! He's making it. He's getting there, Jay. He's getting there.
He's very sexy for 45.
He's getting there.
8256 is best makers that y'all have had. Tons of it available in store. Gets a little hard to pick. It really does.
It does.
That is one of the things, 256, my man, that's tricky about these is because you don't know. You see them and you don't know if they're good or not.
Right. And I mean, honestly, you're not going to know, right?
I will say this. So we picked them, helped pick the Montgomery one. It's not like Jay and Courtney did it, but we helped pick it. And then last summer, we went to an event in Opelika where everybody got to vote. They had all the barrel trail.
Alabama.
All the Alabama barrel trail ones there, which is probably 10 maybe.
Yes.
And it was
It was blind. You didn't know whose was what. You didn't know which was which.
Right.
And the Montgomery one won in like a landslide almost.
Yeah, we won easily.
Yeah.
So that's a W for us. We'll take that as a win.
Yep.
No doubt about it. Yeah, we definitely need more likes. We got up to 15 though. Colleen in the house.
Hey, Colleen.
Colleen,
nice
absolute
to see you.
legend, and her outstanding
Awesome.
husband Joshua. But we love Colleen.
I love it.
A couple we met in the pool in Mexico last year, and I hope that she's going to be. She got a lot of good partying years ahead of her, playing Uno and getting drunk with her friends. That's what I like to see. Hopefully we get to meet
She'll
up with
like
her
some
again.
of the. We'll have to show her our cards that we got.
Oh yeah, we did get. Well, they're sitting right there, Corey.
I know, but we got to get.
Oh, we got to get to. Wait, we can spoil it just for Colleen.
Okay. So.
Or not.
What did we do last night, Jay?
Oh, we don't want to spoil it for Colleen. Okay, I got you. What did we do last night? When we get down to the photos part, we'll talk about this one later. Let me see what I got here, Cordy. I didn't name these. Oh, there we go.
There we are.
So we saw Steel Panther last night in Birmingham at Iron City.
And if you do not know who Steel Panther is, just take a little Google and check out the lyrics because basically they're an 80s hair band that writes their own stuff with really inappropriate lyrics.
Right. This is, I mean, it's
really inappropriate lyrics.
like essentially every single song is about fucking, sucking,
Yeah.
getting high, getting drunk,
Yeah.
blasting on people.
Yeah. I mean, some of their major hits are like Gangbang at the Old Folks Home.
Classic.
Community Property, which, the lyrics say that my heart belongs to you, but my cock is community property.
That's correct.
Yeah.
That's a sentiment that I think a lot of us believe in.
It's a ballad. It's a love ballad.
They also have Poontang Boomerang,
Yes.
which is a classic. Glory Hole
Yes.
is a classic.
I did hear Glory Hole last night.
We heard It's Never Too Late to Get Some Pussy Tonight.
Yes. That was what they opened with.
They opened with that, yeah.
Yes. And the couple that we ended up hanging out with, they were in it singing as well.
No, they knew the songs.
Yeah,
Yeah, they were absolute legends.
It was great.
So yeah, Steel Panther at Iron City. Our first time going to Iron City.
Iron City
There we
was
are.
really cool.
This is us meeting the guys.
Yes.
From left to right, that's Spider plays bass.
Yes.
Michael Starr, the lead singer in the middle there with the blonde hair. Mm-hmm. Well, the less sexy guy with the blonde hair.
Yeah.
Courtney is getting a hug from Satchel.
Yeah. I was like, just a little lower side.
And then my guy is Sticks It In Ya. He's the drummer with the red bandana on.
Yes.
So Sticks is my guy. But he's shorter than I thought he was. He's the shortest guy in the band, which shocked me. So, yeah, that's us. Courtney sticking her tongue out and dropping the devil horns is a W for me.
We had a great time. It was a lot of fun. I mean, that venue is really cool.
We loved it, yeah.
It was awesome. The sound was really good. Like, in a small venue like that, it's hard to get good sound, and that was good sound.
Yeah, it was.
And we met a friend, Alan, who loves hard rock and roll.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
These are the three Courtneys that we met last night. Of course, we know Courtney Tate.
Me.
But on the left, that's Courtney, and the one in the middle, that's Courtney.
Yes, and they're all spelled the right way.
Yeah, so.
And they're young. Like, it's so exciting. I was like their mama, basically. But when I found out they were all Courtney, I was like, I've got to have a picture of the Trace Courtneys.
Yeah, the Trace Courtneys.
Yeah,
so
Trace
there they
Amigos
are.
right there.
The middle Courtney, like, essentially. She runs this place.
Yeah. She's a baller.
And then the Courtney on the left is
She's the, like, head bartender.
Yeah, and they're both great.
Yes.
I was
It was
stoked for
awesome.
that.
It was a
Everybody
lot of
talking
fun.
about the pic of us with the band, Courtney.
Yes.
Yeah, that's pretty big.
We had so much fun, y'all. They were super nice, very kind, very, very nice.
Yeah, they're really nice. Satchel is really very, very...
Jay's throwing up the shocker.
And so is Spider.
Yeah, no, he's not.
I thought he's trying to, isn't he?
Oh, I don't know. I guess it's midst of it, right?
Yeah, anyway, that is a good time.
It was fun.
Let's see what else we got from this. Okay, so
Oh, look who Jay met last night.
I got a picture. I don't know if you recognize who this is.
Who is that, guys? Guess who was at the Steel Panther concert last night?
That looks like Sting.
Wait,
that looks like Sting from the Police. And so I said, can I take it?
So funny.
I said, you look just like, and he goes, Sting? I go, yes.
No. He walked by. You were sitting at the bar, and you go, hey, man. And he goes, hey, Sting, nice to meet you. Stuck out his hand. So I said, we have to get a picture of you on the record wall at Sting's house.
Yeah. And Sting, I said, hey, can I get a picture with you? He was like, hell yeah, absolutely. And so me and Sting, I make friends everywhere I go. I don't know. And he looks just like Sting to me. And he even sang a line of a song. I think he, I don't remember which one it was. But
it was funny.
This is...
Oh, yes. So the opening act
was
the Velcro Pygmies, which was a surprise. We did not know that was going to happen.
I didn't know. Now, some of the Pygmy fans...
Oh, they were there.
They knew.
They were lined up and ready to go.
But I didn't know about that. And,
yes. And they were great. He
Pygmies,
has the best spray tan I've ever seen on a man.
Yeah, these guys play with a lot of energy. I mean, everybody's been around Auburn for any time at all. You've heard of the Pygmies because they play in Auburn all the time. But tons of energy. Mostly covers. They played, what was it, Rat?
Round and round.
Yeah, they played that. But played it really fast. It was fun. And
Kickstart My Heart.
Yeah, they played some Motley Crue for sure. I was hoping to hear Looks to Kill, but...
It was great. I really enjoyed it. I was pleasantly surprised. I've heard of them before. I know the lead singer, he's originally from Louisville, and that's where it all started. And I know that they used to do all that up there, and it's amazing. He kept referencing the people in the audience that actually remember all this stuff, like the card catalog and and cassettes and all that sort of thing. So it was awesome.
One thing of note, so the lead singer, I've never seen the Velcro Pygmies. I don't know shit about him. I saw the lead singer at the bar, and he was wearing, like, you can't really see him in this picture, but he's wearing, like, these leg warmers that are, like, multicolored.
Oh, they're boots. They're boots with the fur.
With fur, okay.
Yeah, the boots with the fur.
And so I thought they were so kick-ass, and I was like, this guy is fucking living it. So I walk up to him, and I'm just like, dude, you fucking rock, dude. And he kind of like... he was
kind of like, hey,
he kind of wanted me to give him some space, and I thought, what a dick. And the guy goes, you know who that... Alan goes, you know who that is? I go, no. He goes, that's the lead singer of the Pygmies. I
was like, oh, okay, sorry.
Fuck, I just like his boots, man. I don't know. It's just coming... Yeah, anyway.
That was nice.
This is the actual Steel Panther on the stage. These are the boys right here. And we were up on the...
This is when they're talking, so that's why everybody in the audience looks like they're not... Nobody's participating in anything.
Yeah, they're talking. They talk a little bit. That's part of their thing.
But we had awesome seats. We had the we did the little with the meet and greet. We had the VIP, so you got to go upstairs and have a table and sit down, which was nice. Because being elderly, you know, you can't stand up for like 4 hours.
Yeah, the kids down in the mosh pit. I mean, they can do that. But
somebody said this should be our Christmas card.
Nobody would know who the fuck that is, unfortunately.
Well, it says right behind it.
Well, I still don't think that. Like, if you sent this to Beth Young, you think she'd know who the fuck that is?
Who cares? That's us just rocking and rolling, Jay.
Well, it is us rocking and rolling. I like you sticking your tongue out, too. That's funny. I did not expect you to do that. And Satch looks like he's working down toward your titty there a little bit.
I know.
I
said ease in a little bit more.
Yeah, that's pretty rad. So those guys fucking party, man.
Yeah.
It was really exciting.
They were at our hotel, too.
They were at our hotel.
Yep.
I was shocked to learn that. We learned that this morning.
Yep.
Let's say A256 is back TF up, Jay. He was the guy, he was still cool. He was like, hey, man, what's up? But like...
Yeah, he was kind of like...
I thought the other guys that I approached and said, dude...
Well, it's because the other guys were like in costume for the show.
Like, he's not?
No, but I mean, he was actually performing.
Oh, yeah.
The other guy that he was talking to was somebody who was dressed up for the show.
Yeah.
Like as a customer.
Yeah. Yes. He was like the first guy in our line.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was
Oh, and there was the first person in line. So we get there like 20 minutes before they're going to start taking names or whatever. And the first person in line is this woman who's probably 60. Mm-hmm. Very dyed bright red hair, curly, fishnets, short skirt, red, very tight top. Like she was there to party. She was so excited. Yes.
She was there. And
She
also
was
the
there.
reason we started doing this is that we got
Yes.
Steel Panther cards. These are not Uno cards, Colleen. They're just regular cards.
They're regular cards,
but they're Steel Panther
we got
cards.
Steel Panther cards. Let's see what else we got. This was all in our little VIP thing. Look, we got a VIP lanyard. Woo! Look at that. Yeah. What else we get? Oh, we got, these are some heavy duty shot glasses.
Yeah, they look like they're
Yes.
like.
They look like solo cups,
Solo
but they're
cups.
actually a hard,
Yeah, they're heavy.
they're hard solo cup.
These are not going to crumple or whatever.
Yeah, we got it in our executive VIP
Yeah,
package.
for sure. But I got to do the whole thing like from Wayne's World because I had my VIP tagging on. I was like, and we got in.
Like it, he's so excited. He's like, I don't think we can go up there. I was like, yes, we can. It was a lot of fun. It was great.
Ravin says when people say hey to me at work, I give them the red bandana guys pose. Let's see what did Sticks do over here. I forget. Oh, he's just like pointing at him, right? Oh, dadgummit.
Like, what's up?
We got a few other pictures. He was doing some different poses for those, but
Yeah,
yeah.
they weren't as crisp as this picture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's fair to say.
Well, you put the other one on the twatter.
I did?
Of you, just you.
Yeah. I mean, it was a bucket list moment. You know, I really want to meet those guys.
I don't know if we can send out the Christmas card without Maddie being in the picture.
Yeah.
She was the first to receive a Steel Panther picture from her parents.
She's
been to a Steel Panther
She's been to a Steel
concert
Panther
before.
show, yeah.
Yes.
She wasn't sure when it started,
Yes.
but then she realized like the community had a Steel
Like
Panther
everybody thinks it's a joke and is having fun.
concert. It's a very fun.
Yeah.
You're not going to see any fighting in a Steel
No, it was a
Panther
good
show.
time.
It was a good time. Good times.
Good times. We had a
Hey,
good
I
time.
can do a couple more photos from stuff that's not Steel Panther.
So one thing that we need to talk about though, Jay, is so we need to do a little pregame because everybody knows when you go to a concert that even if it's this small, hold on, even if it's this small, you know the liquor is going to be ridiculously expensive. So we had to do a little pregame. For Christmas, I got Jay a gift.
Oh,
right
yes.
here.
Here it is. Let me go to main scene, Courtney.
Yes.
I'm sorry about that. Yes.
So this is called this is a company called Aged in Ore.
Oh yes, I got the
Yes.
I got the notes right
You
here.
got the little notes, yes, and you have a little graphic.
Oh yeah, we did
So
the graphic.
this is a bottle flight. Y'all, this thing is sweet, okay? So you have 4 little bottles, 3-ounce bottles that are in here. This is perfect for TSA. Look at it. Now you'll notice 1, 2, and 3 are empty. And we decided to do that in the 15 minutes prior to having to leave the hotel to go to the show. But it comes with this handy dandy little marker, and you write on here which bourbon you put in there. So this is Rebel. We didn't make it to the Rebel, but we cashed out the Castle and Key.
Happens.
We cashed out the Russell's 10. And of course, Courtney cashed out the 1920.
1920, which you went for right away.
So these are awesome.
Yeah, a couple things I really like about these. First of all, you got the rubber on the outside, so if these drop, they're not going to break. Even though it is glass under there. And these have a really wide mouth on them, which makes it very easy to pour. Some of the other ones we do, like the ones with me and Cuz,
Yeah, you can pour into it.
you got to use a funnel to get that shit in there. But this, man, you can just pour straight in. It's wide
And it's
enough.
also excellent for drinking straight from it when you
Which
need
I
to.
did not do
I
yesterday.
did. I did.
But it also
Jay
comes
got
with,
the plastic cup from the
I did.
mini bar and used it. And I'm just
cultured
like,
enough.
Glug, 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 glug.
this cool little glass marker. Again, you can write on the glass
Yes.
so you remember what it is.
Yes. It's really cool.
You got a
very cool.
hard shell.
Yeah, it's very
right here.
hard. It's got a nice zipper
You like
on
it very hard, Courtney?
And, well, I mean, after all we talked about last night,
Hey.
yeah. So we have this. These are really, really cool. We're not getting paid, of course, to endorse this, but if you are looking for some way to be able to, get through TSA, this can be your liquids because you can take it right along in whatever kind you want to get. And it's nice because it's 3 ounces. So, I mean, that's 2 good pours.
Tim says, that looks a lot like a better idea than slamming back a bunch of your miniatures
Yes.
before you hit pre-check because you have too many.
Yes.
That's
This is-
suspiciously specific, Tim.
Yes. And this I can be like, it's urine samples. That's what I could tell.
OTAG says, same here, but I'd need to know if I can open them mid-flight. I don't see why you couldn't. They probably wouldn't want you to.
Yeah, I mean,
Wait, hold
I think that there's rules that you're not allowed to of some sort.
You can put it in your checked luggage, though, right?
You can put it. You can carry this on.
Oh.
They're 3 ounces. You can carry them on.
Oh.
But I don't. There's some kind of weird rules. I'm not sure what they are, but you aren't supposed to have anything that I don't know. But
I don't know.
yes. So right there, agedinor.com is where you can go and get it. They have lots of really cool products. A very small company. I think it's like 4 people. When I bought this, I got like the handwritten note and said thank you for purchasing from our very small company. It was very nice.
Yeah.
Great little thing. They have some really cool. The next thing I think we might end up getting is it's a bottle carrier where you can carry around, the big bottles to your friend's house. So it's nice.
Ravin says, that looks classy. Y'all got an Amazon affiliate link.
We should. We are strongly endorsing this because we used it last night and saw the great benefits of it in a 15-minute period.
Yeah, they're really easy to mess with. So
yes.
we strongly encourage you to do
So the
that.
funny thing is if I'm drinking on a flight, I'm going to be a lot more fun. I'm not the belligerent drunk. I'm going to be a lot more fun.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people that don't need to.
Ravin says, it is frowned upon to bring your own liquor onto a flight. Ask me how I know.
Well, I would be devastated if they took this away from me. I would offer to go pour it out and get back through the security line and just keep it like that.
Yeah.
If they got upset about it.
It's what, $40, something like that?
38. Yep.
Yeah, if you're a liquor enthusiast like us. Mm-hmm. Cassidy P in the hizzle.
Nice.
Says, howdy y'all. Sorry to be late. What are we drinking? We
already had this Private Select.
Uh-huh.
Very nice.
Interesting. Looks like Becky from across the street was trying to give us some additional information from TSA regarding alcohol. It looks like it is legal, but you need to check with your airline before bringing any alcohol beverages on board. FAA regulations prohibit travelers from consuming alcohol on board an aircraft unless served by a flight attendant. Additionally, flight attendants are not permitted to serve a passenger who is intoxicated.
Being belligerent.
Which we don't want to
Many bottles of alcohol and carry on. What did it say? Oh,
sorry, I
that's
didn't.
okay. Never mind. Anyway, we will double check that, but it is 3 ounces. I know that, and it is wonderful to go in your suitcase to Birmingham at a hotel and get your 15 minutes of buzz, your pre-buzz.
Hey, Cassidy P was asking what we were drinking earlier. We were drinking some Maker's Mark Private Selections. Which I know you're familiar with. This is the page that I showed earlier before you jumped on. But we got 3 private selections from these are from Maker's Mark. They're 19, they're 20, and they're 21, which was gifted to us by Cuz from across the street and Becky from across the street. And we enjoyed drinking those. Courtney liked the ones, actually here's the second page of that presentation. Courtney liked the ones that had the toasted French spice on them on the end.
Yes, I liked 19 and 21. 21 was okay. I didn't care for 20 that much either. 19 was definitely my favorite.
Continuing my ability to turn anything anyone says into a song, Blake says, what they don't know won't hurt them, which reminds me of the song by Expose, which is, what you don't know might hurt you. What you don't know. You know that song?
I don't know that song.
What you don't know.
So I do need to know, Jay, what was your favorite song from last night?
Probably Pussy Whipped by Velcro Pygmies when they got the grandma up there.
Yes. Oh my God, it was so cute.
Pussy Whipped.
Yeah, he picked her out of the crowd, and she was
not
the same grandma we were talking about earlier, but this was a grandma with a lisp.
Yes, and she was ready to party.
She was ready to party. She was having a great time.
That was fun to hear her say Pussy Whipped, but my favorite song is Tomorrow Night.
Well, that's exactly what I wrote down too. That is an amazing song. It's been around a long time. See, I wrote down Tomorrow Night.
And Tomorrow Night is a great song.
Tomorrow
That's
Night is
actually
a
a
great
really
song.
good song.
I
And
mean,
it's not that profane.
Well,
it just talks about how tomorrow night you're going to get some pussy, but tonight I'm going to jerk off. Like, and then that's something.
I'm going to a party tomorrow night. It's going to be epic tomorrow night.
But tonight.
I'm
just sitting at home jerking off.
I love it because it's like all like, I'm so excited about this awesome party that's going to happen tomorrow.
AU256 says, just fly private?
I mean, true.
I do want to say.
I will also say, if anybody, wants to take us somewhere on a private jet, we can probably figure out how to do that.
Yeah,
we can probably fit that on the schedule.
I'm just going to ask on the bunker and say, is anyone flying private somewhere? I don't give a fuck where we're going. I just want to go with you.
If you're going to the middle of like,
yeah, I'm going to Des Moines. I'll be like, I'm
Yay!
in. I'm in.
I can't wait.
Stoltze had an opportunity to fly private the other day. I don't want to say what all was going on, but he had an opportunity to fly a private jet somewhere with somebody that he's friends with, and he turned it down to guess what he was going to do. Courtney, if I didn't even tell you the story, you already knew what he had done. He went to a fucking wedding. Like, nobody goes to more weddings than Stoltz.
He goes to a lot of weddings.
Stoltz knows everybody who's getting married in the country, I swear. And so he goes, well, I didn't go.
Which would you like more of?
Probably I want to try the 19 first, because that was my first drink and it felt really hot, and then the subsequent ones
I liked it.
Didn't feel super hot, and so maybe I just had that first drink thing.
So last night when we were there, when I immediately came in, they said, okay, so for the meet and greet, the bar's open. So I went, of course, over to the bar, and they had Maker's Mark, and they're like, okay, you can have a double. And when they rang me up for two neat double Maker's Mark, I about passed out.
Yeah, it was
$46. I'm like, are you kidding me? No, I mean, that included tax and tip, but
plus tip.
No, you aren't getting more than $2 from me on a neat pour. I'm sorry.
$2.
I don't care what it costs.
I want my $2. I still can't believe we got those shots late. Man, I was going to be okay. And then that double/triple shot I hit late just absolutely sent me to the fucking... I got glass-joed from Punch Out.
I said, Jay, we need to go back to the hotel. It's so far to walk. Jay's always the one who's like, let's go.
T-Roy Tiger says the stewardess gave Halloween costume vibes, so that's a no-fly zone for Stoltze. He doesn't like slutty nurses for some reason.
I know, it's weird.
Cassidy P says I only put this up on the page. I keep forgetting to do that. We picked a Maker's Barrel for our company last year. What a company. I like it. It was 31240. I prefer it to the 2023 BEP Wood Finishing Series. So
interesting.
Let me go back to our page over here so I can do those calculations again. 31240.
See, I like the toasted French spice. I've determined that because I like the 19 and I like the one that we picked for Montgomery, which had 4 French spice in it.
Wouldn't it be cool to work for a company that did a maker's pick?
I mean, you can. You can.
I do run a company, I guess.
Yeah.
I do want to note, since Cassidy P is here, for those of you who are bunker members, we announced the other day that we're going to be doing a bunker bourbon event in Atlanta on the 4th of April.
Yes.
There in Buckhead, I was trying to get...
in Buckhead.
Will Collier was trying to intimidate me and make me think that bar was not in Buckhead, but it is squarely in Buckhead. It's damn near in the middle of Buckhead.
Well, Cassidy P has been an amazing steward of this process and helping pick out a place, making the initial contact and working through the kinks in it, and really appreciate your help. Thank you for that.
We've got details on the bunker, but it's going to be at a place called Proper...
I'm waiting for Jay.
3? Proper, what is it called?
It's not proper.
What's it called? Why don't you just tell me?
I'm not telling you.
Well, it's something 3, and it's a cool bar. And everybody on the bunker that knew of it was like, nah, that place kicks ass.
Yes, they have a long list of Brownwater, so...
What? Proper 3. Proper 3.
Nope.
It's called Proper 3.
It's not called Proper 3.
You just say it because people are watching. They want to know.
I need to give Jay more bourbon and see if he can come up with another name for y'all. Anyway.
Tell them what it's called.
We're having an event at the place.
Proper 3?
No, it's not Proper 3.
Cassidy P says here to help. He has definitely put his money where his mouth is on that one because he's actually done the work.
Yes.
And he will be a featured guest or whatever. Featured.
Yes, he and the wifey.
Yeah, I can't wait to meet Mrs. Cassidy P.
Yes. So.
Proper
Looking forward
12,
to that.
LOL. Yeah.
Proper 12.
AU256, do you like the private selection or the wood finishing series better at Casa DP? Interesting to see what Casa DP thinks about that. Apparently he likes his 31240 one. So the BEP we had, is it the blue one, the blue label that we got in Bowling Green? It was solid. I mean, I drank it all, I think. I thought those were a little overrated though, honestly. Toolman was talking about how he flew back from Turkey somewhat recently, and he had screaming kids.
Oh God, that sounds horrible.
3 crying babies on a flight back from Turkey last year for 14 fucking hours. Oh my God.
Man, that's when you needed like 3 of these in your luggage, and just nobody needs to know,
At
and
minimum.
just pass out.
Yeah.
That's just awful. I'm sorry.
That is tough.
That is tough. And you feel sorry for the families because usually they're trying to soothe their children and trying to make it better, but. What is this picture?
I took this picture when we were going out to dinner the other day. Maddie was home for like 12 hours or something, and I was sitting in the back seat with you two up front, which I don't think has ever happened before.
Yes.
So, hold on. D in Atlanta, I hope he's not trying to correct me, because I'm telling you, I'm going to bow the fuck up over this stuff. Hey, D in Atlanta, listen, brother. I got the map out, Poppy. I literally got the map out and put a flower where the damn bar is, and it's definitely within the limits.
And first of all, why does it matter?
Yeah, why are you fucking with me, man? You know I'm not from Atlanta.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
He's good people, though. He's just fine.
It doesn't matter if it is actually in Buckhead or not. It is close enough.
But this was the first time I can remember with y'all up front and me in the back. Like
Jay's in the back. I'm driving. Mads is.
This is Maddie's car, by the way. She drives a nicer car than we do because of her grandma. She drives
it's the last car she's getting, though.
Was it a 23 Accord Touring, something like that?
It's
nice. Really sweet, but
very nice.
She didn't pay a cent for that. Thanks, Mom. Let me see what else. Oh, I got this picture of me and Mads at the bar, which is my new Facebook profile pic. I'm wearing a hat, which I never wear.
He used to wear it all the time.
My hair is horrible, so I just put that on. He used to wear it
all the time.
And I think those old boys from Cathead kind of made that one just for me, because that's an Auburn colored Cathead hat, which I'm pretty fired up about this. I also took a picture of us watching the Daytona 500. Courtney and I watched the last, 100 laps? 100, I don't know how many laps we watched.
I don't know.
75 laps?
I still don't get it, but that's okay.
But you were actually watching it.
I was watching it. I was trying to be a team player.
I enjoyed hearing your feedback on what they were doing and who was screwing up.
Well, and I thought that Kyle Busch was going to make it happen. But
I did too, but he got collected in a wreck, so. Yeah. We enjoyed watching that. I enjoyed watching. It was fun because
that was on Monday night.
It was. Well, it was Monday afternoon / and then they had a race after this. Because I thought the ending was bullshit. Like, the yellow came out before they had started that lap, but they were like, guys, we got a whole other race to run here. Fuck it. Let me get past the Steel Panther photos. There's me and Sting. There's Steel Panther, Velcro Pygmies. Okay, here we go. This really confounded me today at the hotel.
Jay was so worked up about this, and I don't understand why.
So this is our shower, and it's got, you can see like a little quarter door or like a half door that kind of rotates out. Like, what's the fucking point? Like, either just make that firm or don't have it there. Like, I don't know what the point is of that door. Well, it doesn't even do anything.
Jay was very
concerned
about
function.
this. Like, he was very concerned about this.
It's bullshit.
It was not last night you were concerned about this because you couldn't care less last night.
No.
This morning, he's like, what's this thing for? And I'm like, to keep the water in. I don't know why he's all butthurt about it, but he had to take a photo of it, and he needed to know why it looked like this.
Yeah, why is that door?
You need to call Mr. Marriott and ask him.
You added so much complexity to this design for
call
no
Mr.
fucking...
Marriott and ask him.
Our friend Cuz sent us this picture. He was flying today. This is at Booty. We call it Booty Free.
Booty Free.
Booty Free in Atlanta. And if you see that price there, $139 for a bottle of Blanton's, guys.
You know, obviously they're clearing shelves with it, though, because they wouldn't be charging it unless they were selling it.
That's crazy. That's
well,
absolutely
there's people
insane.
that think that's a good price.
$139. That should be like at most $70.
No, but
more like $65.
People think that's a good price because they're paying secondary prices anyway. So.
Casa DP says, little known fact, to NASCAR, I rode my bike along Talladega's apron in the 4th grade.
Oh, look at that. Jay has a Talladega story.
I do?
Yeah, you went and covered Talladega a couple times.
Yeah, I covered Talladega 3 times.
Well, talking about you being in the pit.
Yeah, if you go to Talladega as a sports rider like I used to go, they give you something called a hot pass. When you got a hot pass, you can go anywhere, essentially. And I mean, when you can go anywhere, I fucking mean anywhere. And so I was a big Dale Earnhardt Jr. fan. And I got up there in his pits. You know, in the pit, those of you who are NASCAR people, you know, there's a wall, which is kind of shorter than I thought it would be. I mean, it's probably only knee high. You can go to the wall with a hot pass. So like when Dale Jr. comes in for a pit, I'm literally on the wall, or like right behind the wall. Literally, my toes are on the wall. And his car is maybe 5 feet from me. 8 feet at the most.
That's the part that always...
That is the coolest shit I've ever been in life.
That part amazes me, how they come down there and they zip in, and that part amazes me more than them going around the track, because the way that they zip in and get right in that tiny little spot. And then, it was Kyle Busch who had the guy who dropped the...
Yes.
And they didn't have any lug nuts on the damn tire.
He was missing lug nuts.
Yeah. And somehow he made it all the way around the track without the fucking tire coming off. That was impressive.
Cuz says they did have a good deal on a liter of wild turkey rare breed.
Oh, okay.
Which he thought was about 44, which would be a terrific deal.
That
absolutely.
would be pretty good there.
Yeah, you know, Cuz makes a good point in bringing up the rare breed. The prices in Booty Free are usually good. This is dog shit right here, but we found that wild turkey father and son that was reasonably priced. Their Woodford is reasonably priced. Like, it just happens to be this usury for Blantons. And I was bitching earlier about somebody ought to bust their ass for this, but Courtney was like, well, who's going to bust them? Like, if the distillery should not be cool with this.
I mean...
If Georgia ABC
they keep
is cool
sending
with
it to them, so obviously they don't care.
$139 for fucking Blends. Are you kidding me? That's just disrespectful, man.
Oh... You know, well, I'm not certain. This should have been you last night. If we had had breadsticks, I should have taken a picture of you eating Taco Bell if we had Taco Bell.
Taco Bell was closed.
Because Jay was lit, y'all.
Guys, I don't know. I don't really remember that much.
Yeah.
This shower really confounds me. What the hell, man?
He's really butthurt about the shower. I mean, I need somebody else to taste this stuff here because I'm not a fan of these two. Do you want to try it again?
Which one?
No, these two.
No, I'm done with that.
The one on the left, so that was the deal of the night, though, with Courtney, the bartender.
Oh yeah, let me get that.
They had quote food. The menu had 4 items on it, and they had chicken tenders on there and fries. And I'm like, okay, just get some chicken tenders and fries.
Hey Maddie, look what I had earlier.
But there were 7 of those. Who dat?
Maddie's in the chat.
Hey, Matt, you're still awake after being at the hospital all day.
Mad Dog checking in. Good evening, Blender.
Nice.
We love it when Mads is in. I was happy with that picture right there. Maddie also had a picture of you and Mom driving earlier. Maddie as a passenger in her own car.
Look at how long her hair is. Anyway.
Cassidy P also jumps in to say, as a high school junior, I helped Tony Stewart into his Pontiac Grand Prix after a Thursday night dinner at Cracker Barrel with his pit crew prior to Dega. Instant fan as a result.
Nice.
Those guys, I'm telling you, I can only speak to what was going on 12 years ago or longer.
Well, now at Cracker Barrel you can get liquor, so you probably would have been helping him to the car for a different reason. Not liquor. You can get beer and wine now? I can't remember. Yeah. I can't remember what you can get there, but it's one of those.
I had lunch with Jeff Gordon, sat with him at a Four Top up in Birmingham with Ben Thomas, and the NASCAR guys are so available. Me and Baggy used to go around just to trailers with that hot pass. You walk into fucking Dale Jr.'s trailer and he's just chilling. You know, him and maybe one of his friends. And he goes, hey man, how you doing? I'm like, fucking good, dude.
Maybe
what up?
We need to get credentials for the bourbon blend because that sounds definitely like...
They are great about credentials there, but a hot pass is harder to come by if you're not...
You mean, I think that we're true journalists, right?
That word is meaning less and less by the day, honestly.
Yeah, exactly.
Madison says, we need a better pic. I didn't know it was going to be a profile pic. Yeah, I think I got that off Snapchattery or whatever. Mm-hmm. Bourbon School in the house. What up, Bourbon School?
Love it. Nice.
Bourbon
we
School,
watched your live the other night.
Yeah, we did. We watched. I think that was going on during the Talladega race.
Yes, it was. It was.
Talladega. Daytona.
Daytona.
That was not Lauren, his wife. It was Marianne.
Yes, enjoyed watching it.
And she didn't like the Old Forester 1924.
No, she didn't like the Old Forester 1924, and I was a little devastated because I like it. And I'm an Old Forester fan in general, but I did like it a lot. So I'm glad we got that bottle.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
So, what's your favorite out of these three?
Let me go back to where we were.
We have the 19, the 20, and the 21.
Yeah,
Put the
so
little graphic back up.
Oh, yeah, please allow me, Courtney.
Hurry up.
Which one? The first one or the second one?
That one.
Okay, for me, it's probably the No, hold on.
You said you didn't like the 19.
That was my first pour. That was my first drink of the night,
know.
though, so it was hotter than hell. I know it wasn't the toasted marshmallow one.
No, we didn't. That was a different one than these three.
This one's tasting better to me now that it wasn't
I like
my
this
first
one
drink.
a lot. I like the 19 a lot. I think it has the French spice must be it. And I think that's just because it lingers. I like that a lot.
Cassidy P asks again, anyone else been drinking the old Granddad Vertical tonight? I've gone
What's
80.
vertical? I don't know what
Like
that
the
is.
various old Granddads. He's gone from 80, which I believe is the orange label, to bonded to the 114 a couple times. Cassidy P sounds like he is.
This was my
bringing it
first.
tonight.
This is my first hit tonight. I have to have something before.
Oh, look at
we
this.
get on the air.
OTAG says you guys, us, got a shout out from Major Zero from Cathead Distillery on Bruzel's Live the other night.
Oh, look at
he's-
Major.
I got it. Major, M-A.
Yeah, that's okay.
M-A, yeah.
Well, you wouldn't know how to spell it though. Nice.
OTAG, awesome,
Oh,
dude.
very cool. Didn't
Dude,
know
Major Markow is an absolute stud. I love that
Yes.
guy. Cathead, we used to do a podcast, OTAG. Me and my friend Neil, my former friend Neil from the Ole Miss site, we used to do a podcast called G-Pits, Greatest Pod in the South, and we were sponsored by
Cathead
Cathead Distillery for years and years. I think we had 6 years with them. And then Neil isn't my friend anymore, so I don't know what happened on that. I've asked him repeatedly, and he don't give me an answer. So
We need to have Major on our show.
he literally was like, "Okay, what time?" Because
Yeah,
I told him
when
we
we
were
did all
doing.
the old souls.
We did a Cathead show maybe 2
we
weeks
did.
ago, and I told him, and he goes, "Okay, what time do you want me on?" And I was like, "No, OTAG, dude. He spells it weird. It's
It's an
M-A-J-U-R-E.
It's definitely like a Louisiana spelling.
It's
Put an X in it or
M-A-J-U-R-E.
something.
Major. Looks like Major, but he's Major.
Throw an X on it.
He's an absolute stud. And Major, I
Mm-hmm.
hope that guy, he has busted his ass for Cathead from the very beginning. I hope that he gets the due that he is dude.
Yes.
If you know what I mean. Blake says FMJ. Cassidy P says Neil's loss. Ravin says screw Neil. Guys, I'll be honest, man. I'll be
Administrative
honest.
assistant's not saying
I
a
literally
single
went back.
word.
I went back to therapy.
I'm not saying a single word about this.
I went back to therapy like 8 months ago,
Mm-hmm.
and Neil was the main reason why I started. JB says, me and my former friend, I miss G-Pit so much, Jeff.
Look at that picture of Jay.
Oh my gosh,
Oh, I would love. Oh,
Can I see it? I can't really see
oh, that's a beautiful picture.
it. This is JB, DC Elite. And if you guys are wondering why I call a guy named Jeff Vincent JB, well, it's a funny story. I'm not going to tell you now. but-
JV.
She said, why do you call him JB? And that is his wife, Crystal, there in the pic. We call her Chris sometimes, or Christ by
Man.
Fry.
Those are some epic legends right there.
Yeah, I come in the other night, and you're on the couch, on a phone, on the horn, talking to somebody.
I was
go,
so proud.
I go, who the fuck do you talk to?
Yeah, I don't ever get on the phone, but it was time to get some crystal time.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Word.
yes, it is his former friend because he's not allowed to be friends with him anymore.
I'm done, man. I'm done. I really like Neil, and I do, but I'm just done, man. And I think he's obviously done too. So.
Y'all know.
But nothing happened. I didn't do anything. I didn't say anything. He didn't say anything. Like there wasn't anything mean that happened. It just.
Y'all know when your elementary kid comes home from school and they've had a scuffle in the play yard, and you're like, you know what? I don't think that's a good friend to play with anymore. That's the advice I'm giving to Jay.
I know, she was right. Bourbon Schools, Major Zero suggests that we would be good to have on the Whiskey 6, which I don't agree with that.
What's the Whiskey Six? I don't know.
So
about
Whiskey
that.
6 is a show that Bourbon School does with 5 other outstanding bourbon content creators, and they do like a group show.
Oh,
But
sweet. That would be fun.
We just kind of fuck around and have fun
yeah,
though. Like,
we're not serious.
I watch Bourbon School, and like he knows, and Lauren too, like know a lot about what the fuck they're talking about. Like we got to read up on it. Like
we'd have to be more prepared.
I mean, we are what we are, but I'm not trying to go toe to toe with the people that actually know shit. You know, like bourbon junkies will just spew out more shit on an offhanded way than we know, like for real. Like,
I just had a thought.
I love bourbon junkies too, but and they're fun to watch. But let's see, Cassidy Pieces, Neil is tracks in the past, man. I don't know what that means. Is that an idiom I'm not familiar with? Tracks in the past, Courtney? No, here's the thing about Neil. Here's the thing about Neil. That's the second time he's done this to me, by the way. Like when I used to go on his show in Mobile when he was on the radio, and then he got fired for some fucking bullshit. It was not his fault. He didn't do anything wrong. When that went down and he kind of disappeared for a while, he just fucking dumped me then too. And then he came back and, you know, we started talking. We both gotten rivals.
I mean, there are different things that people look for in friendship relationships, and I don't think he can provide what Jay needs.
Blake, I don't delete anything, brother. I think YouTube sometimes will delete stuff preemptively if it has like a cuss word in it. I'm fine with it personally. You know that I cuss quite a bit. I try to keep it a little bit clean. Bourbon School says the Whiskey 6 is all about fucking around. You'd be perfect.
Oh, we're good at that.
We are certainly good at fucking around, but we don't. I mean, we
don't
love
have
bourbon.
a whole lot of we don't plan a whole lot in advance.
No.
Like we were driving back from Birmingham today and having a discussion about what we were doing tonight.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, we grew up in Kentucky. Well, she grew up in Kentucky. We went to college in Kentucky. We drank a lot of bourbon.
Yes.
Back before it got really hot. You know, like where it's a big deal now. We were drinking bourbon in the 90s.
We weren't drinking a lot of different choices. We were drinking Maker's Mark. That was good stuff.
Maker's Mark Gold.
Yes.
We still
but
have
I don't
gold
have
one,
any of the Kentucky Gentleman is over there.
Where's our gold one? The one that's from ABC Concrete. Is it really?
Yep.
Oh shit, I was gonna drink some of that.
No, you ain't drinking that.
Why?
God, that would definitely taste like some horse piss.
It does not taste like horse piss. Why don't you get your dad's stuff on there, huh?
Oh, the Kentucky Gentleman is my dad's stuff.
Oh, Maddie T provides some explanation on what Cassidy P said earlier, like tire track marks left in the past.
Nice.
Major Zero says, you guys have personality.
I like the quotes around it.
I like that. Well, we just have a lot of rapport, I guess. Me and Courtney have been together a long time. And
yeah.
Maddie T says,
come on. Yeah.
Cassidy P says, perhaps it's a little known idiom. Either way, I don't mean to keep it going. It's in the past is all. I get it, man.
Yeah.
Everybody's cool with it except me. Mm-hmm. For whatever reason, I have a hard time getting over that. Yeah. I don't know. I just miss them. Bourbon School says, we have a couple Neils in our rear view. Just got to ride with people who stick with you. I know. It's just because it's a long time relationship.
I've
known Neil since '98, yeah. So. And we were both Cub reporters on the Auburn beat.
No, they are all 109. I think one's like 108.6 or something like that for these proofs on all of it. And even that toasted marshmallow that you had was 109.
Was it? So this Cassid, these start out.
At least you're going to get a good buzz off of it, even if you don't like it.
These are all, so they start as cask strength, is what these do, and then they put the staves in there. So it's going to be, I think regular Maker's Mark is 90-ish. I don't know what regular Maker's is. It's in the 90s. I don't know what it is. And so this starts out, I think cask strength Maker's is 109.
Do you have that UK Maker's Mark right there?
Oh, yeah, I do.
See what it says on there. I would guess it's about 90.
90.
Oh, well, there you go.
Straight up 90.
Look, I'm a genius.
Yeah. There's a lot of people that pay a lot of money for this one, I think. So I waited in line to pick this bitch up at back in 97?
Yeah.
96 or 90? Oh, it's a 96.
96. Yeah. Hey, JB was there with you.
JB!
Yeah. JB was there along for the ride then.
Corey Dub says he's on Jay's ride or die team. I appreciate that, Corey. I know you're always supporting, bro.
Cheers to that.
Pocket Watch says Auburn women's basketball is down 5 at LSU with 3 minutes left in the third, which is amazing. LSU is a really good team, and they've been playing great. I watched them dismantle Texas A&M the other day. They were up 49-19 early in the third quarter of that game. And then here Auburn.
I question some of your closing decisions sometimes, but not as much as hers.
Okay, I want to say something. I'm going to say something now that you're not going to agree with, but Kim Mulkey, she does it for me. She does.
Did somebody hear something?
Kim Mulkey.
Did somebody Here's something because I know that didn't just come out of your mouth.
No,
That didn't come out of your mouth, did it?
she's a tough one. Look at that. JB says, dearest Madeline, that's what he meant to say, is so wise beyond her years. That is her godfather, by the way.
Yes.
And Maddie says, JB, you crack me up. I don't know how to at people on here. I don't either. I don't either. I use this platform a lot, and I don't know how to do it. I used to get on Neil's show, and I couldn't figure it out. Blake R says, I'm with Team Jay, Courtney, and Corey, and the rest of the fine folks on here.
We love you, Blake. Yes.
There's another guy who comes on our brain drain, not on this show, but his name is Blake Dupuy. Dupuy?
Just like in...
Dupuy?
What's the movie? Shawshank Redemption.
Andy Dufresne?
Oh, shit.
Close.
Fuck, I thought I had that right. Anyway.
Blake, we appreciate you having that. Cassidy P says, Kim Mulkey has that it factor?
It's as in...
I love Kim Mulkey. I have a crush on Kim Mulkey.
She's a hard pill to swallow.
Yeah, absolutely.
She's a hard pill to swallow.
We are forever bound by something. I had Bell's palsy at the exact same time that she had Bell's palsy.
So that's why.
So she was in her press conferences going, ow, 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 and I was like, look at her, and it was the exact same thing.
Did you have it on opposite sides? So like, if you each had been in a press conference together.
Whiskey Nose, another one of the outstanding whiskey creators.
Cheers.
Cheers, everyone.
Yes. Thank you.
We were discussing these makers' private selections earlier, Whiskey Nose and Courtney.
That and Steel Panther.
Yes, Steel Panther. We went to the show last night, but
I love these. I've never seen hard solo shot glasses.
Yeah,
these are awesome.
These are real. Like these have some heft to them.
Yes, Steel Panther.
Looking forward to that.
Amazing musicians.
Let's see what else is going on here. Corey says, would have made more sense if you said Morgan Freeman, Courtney.
Well, Corey, don't come at me, Corey. As you know, you'll get it, Corey.
Ravin says, is that her real hair?
No, that ain't her real hair.
Kim Mulkey.
That's not her real hair. No way.
Oh, there's a whole Google thing on here.
It just immediately goes to outfits.
It goes to outfits because she always wears something crazy.
How old is she?
She's about my age. Yeah.
No, she got to be older. She has to be older.
Wow, her skin looks bad.
Please tell me she's older.
She's probably 56. I don't know. Here, I'll just go Kim Mulkey age. What? Oh, okay, I'm sorry. 61.
I told you that.
61.
I need to ask Courtney Green what she thinks of Kim.
Courtney.
She was just down there.
Courtney Green.
Courtney Jones, who played at LSU for years. So.
This is Kim Mulkey right there. She's the coach at LSU. Former coach at Baylor.
Are you putting her over my face? That's really cute. That's sweet.
Kim Mulkey.
That's really sweet.
I think of her as a former Lady Texter, though. That's where she played.
I mean, I am all for hard women, but she's concrete.
Blake says Kim Mulkey is definitely old. I mean, come on, dude. She's like 60.
Yeah, well, that's old.
She's not
so back to the bourbon.
Oh yeah, back to the bourbon. So.
So which is your favorite? We've like done about almost halvesies on this.
I'm changing it back. I think I'm going to go with the first one, the 19, which I said was.
Oh, you said I like it.
It was my first. It was the first drink of the night. I should have had some of your Old Granddad. See, you started with Old Granddad 114.
Yes, so I got my palate ready for this.
Yeah, and then.
But you had also burned all your taste buds last night.
Melee is here with us on the Bourbon Blend tonight. One of a great bunker poster and also a brain drainer. Says Mulkey will be a hot 70, but not interested right now. So he thinks, I guess, that Kim Mulkey's going to be hotter
at 70
than she is at 61 or whatever. Blake R says Reba McEntire is way hotter than. Okay.
Yeah, okay, but Reba.
That is true. That is true.
The one thing I can give to Kim Mulkey, she has not had work done. Reba has had like every plastic surgeon in the world working on her.
Kaduman says it looks like she chain smoked for 40 years.
Cheers to that. I 100% agree.
She does look a little smoky. Cassidy P says Kim Mulkey is how I imagine the lady from Garth Brooks' That Summer would look.
What is it called? My mom used to say, "Rode hard and put up wet."
Rode hard and put up wet. Your mom would say. That's a good country term. Good country term. Yeah.
So I I definitely agree that. I
Whiskey
definitely
Nose
like
says,
the 19 best.
he mentioned, I just wish the makers' stave finishes, which is what we're talking about here, were a little cheaper now. So these are 375s. We got in a
gift
gift basket, a gift set from our friend.
it was like in a really nice wooden box, if you remember.
Oh, I don't remember that.
It was in a wooden box, and it had like a little like old-fashioned claw to open it. It was very cool. Claw. But we needed space, so we had to get rid of the box and just put these up there. But yes, my favorite is definitely the 19. It reminds me.
I think I would do that.
It reminds me of a finished Old Grand Ave 114.
Oh, well, that's something you would like.
Yes.
Major Zero says, sadly, Reba doesn't have a soul. Don't make eye contact with a ginger.
I don't know. I don't know how to answer that.
That is suspiciously specific, Major. I don't know if you've had some problems, some run-ins with some redheads. Yeah. My sister was a redhead, so I've lived with one.
Yeah.
I did say she was one. So I guess she currently is one. Well, if she was alive, she'd be a redhead. I don't really think about
Good times. Good times.
Hey, if you don't joke about it, you'd be crying about it.
That's right.
Or
exactly.
I would be anyway. Yeah, Whiskey Nose talking about these private selections, retail around $79, and it is exactly what I think it is.
I'm afraid to drink more of this because I don't know if I'll be able to get more of this. I really like this.
Well, then don't drink more of it.
I have to save that. I don't know. The last one here, this was definitely my least favorite.
That's the 21?
And
let me go back and see
probably going to have to make that a mixer.
Let me, The 21 is a 12403. So it's going to be heavily See, I thought that you would be okay with that because it's got the spice on the end.
Well, maybe
Let your daddy
20.
have
I'm going to have to try the 20. I'm going to have to go back through. I have to go back. I'm going to have to do revisionist history after having some beverage.
What time you got to go to work in the morning?
You know what time I have to go to work in the morning?
Hey, any of y'all watch Drewski? The Drewski Could Have Been auditions? Oh, my God.
Oh. I thought you were talking about Brewski.
No, Drewski, not Bruzel. Drewski, oh, my God. I love it so much. Something like that. Confidential informant, boys. Confidential informant. No trouble, though. No trouble.
Okay. So
Blake says my wife's a redhead. Blake.
I'm just going to do a tiny little pour here.
Blake, what time you got to go to work in the morning?
No, I'm doing a tiny pour of the 20.
20.
Because, 2020, this one should be really freaking good because this was a shitty-ass year. So it should be really good.
Hey, you're not the one who's a senior in high school. That was Maddie.
Yeah.
I really do feel for Mads and all her girlfriends and her friends. Who are 2020 high school graduates because their shit got completely wrecked.
Yes.
It sucked.
Yeah. Because it was the senior year got fucked, then going to college got fucked. It was just rough.
Yeah, she had to do rush, essentially non-contact, which is crazy. I'm glad she picked the right girls.
The worst part was bid day when they're like, go to your room and turn on your computer and we're going to tell you if you have your bid. And I'm like, this is no damn bid day.
Yeah, that's not the fun of it, man. Oh, Maddie T says.
Snitched on the whole.
wait, yo. Now I got to hide out. Snitched on the whole clique. Snitched on my man so I know who's snitching next. There's some lyrics in this, man. I'm telling you, man, Drewski makes me cry with the Could Have Been stuff. Could Have Been records. He says, what the fuck is this, Boys to Men?
Okay, 2020.
You don't like the 2020?
2020 tastes like 2020. It sucks. That is my opinion after the others.
Snitched on the whole clique. You did make the comment earlier when we were driving up to Birmingham that 2020 seems like a long time ago. It's fucking 4 years ago.
I know. It's crazy, isn't it?
God, can you imagine? That was so crazy.
I know, because there was something I was reading the other day, and I was like, and they got married in 2005, and they're going to celebrate their 19th anniversary. And I'm like, in 2005, and you're going to celebrate your... Oh, shit, that's right.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
That's crazy.
Yeah, when you get old like us, 2005 seems like not
It seems like
2-3 years ago. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, but we had a little nugget then. We got a grown-ass
We had a 3-year-old at that point. These are my Steel Panther VIP. This. I'm going to wear this and see what it does for me.
Yeah. You know, wear that out and See if that gets you something special.
Let's see. 8256 is Drewski and Theo Vaughn together equals comedic gold. I'm guessing that's the guy. Is he the white guy with the cross-eyed? Because he's really funny. And he also mentions he was at the Auburn LSU game 2 years ago.
That's funny.
What do you say? Told on the whole hood. Now I gotta hide out.
Ooh, like I really don't like this now. Like I didn't like it before,
The
but
20?
really don't like
Let
it
your
right
daddy
now.
have some of that. See what happens. So this is the 33202.
I'm not a fan of that. It must be the whatever baked American pure is. Like,
The Montgomery one was 51004. So we went really heavy on that baked American pure.
maybe it's the French cuvee I don't like. Or it's
Revin says 2020 was.
It might be the Maker's Mark 46 because I didn't like this one either. That's really sad.
Wait, what's wrong with the Maker's Mark 46? The product is delicious.
No,
I
but
like
I'm
it.
saying
I know.
on here, it's showing me that I know I like the Baked American Pure because I like the Montgomery one. And I'm okay with the French Cuvée.
This
so
isn't
it's
terrible. It's just really dry.
Oh, I think it's like.
Like this is like Noah's Mill for you?
No,
like-
it's not that bad.
It's not that.
It's not that bad.
Hold on. Hold on.
Don't go to Noah's
It's
Mill
not that
now,
bad.
Or Rowan's Creek. Both of those are
Rowan's
just
Creek
awful.
are absolute water piss.
Both of those are
Horrible.
awful. Is there anybody on here that's ever enjoyed Rowan's Creek or
Yeah, if you've
Noah's Mill?
liked Rowan's Creek, speak up.
or even Will Pot Still. Will Pot Still is okay, but the only reason you buy it is for the bottle because it's a really kick-ass bottle.
Yeah, it's perfectly average, I think.
I mean, yeah, it's okay, but it's not gonna be something you write home about.
Ravin was talking about 2020 being a shitty year and still trying to recover from that. We did a lot of brain drains though.
Yes.
March, April, May, June, July, when we were like in a no contact period, we did
And
brain drains.
that was interesting because Jay's like, I have nothing to talk about, and I'm like, people just want to talk because we've been holed up, especially if you were in a big city. You were really holed up, like you couldn't go anywhere.
I wonder if I have a brain drain thing on here.
Well, you can look for that later.
Yeah, you of all people are going to get on me about this? Come on now.
Okay, Cassidy P has a question. How often do you go neat, drop of water, ice cube to
man.
evaluate on test?
My stuff is messed up
Tasting.
there. Sorry, guys.
We always go neat.
On what?
Always go neat on a tasting.
Oh, absolutely. We just go neat all the time.
Now, I will say that sometimes a little drop of water does make a difference. It's crazy how it does.
I know.
But we
Justin got
don't
us
usually
going
do
on that.
that. We don't usually do that.
Let's see. AU256 says, anyone had the Maker's Mark cellar aged? Would love to give that a try. I have had it. I was out. I went out with Cuz, Becky, and Denton that night. You were doing something else. I don't know if you had like
No, I came back and had it with you and
cigar
23
bar.
Court.
Yeah.
I had it with you there.
Yeah, it was good, dude. I don't think it was like life changing necessarily because we paid a pretty penny. I think that was like a $40 pour. And I remember it being good. I took a picture of it, but I don't know, man. It didn't change my life. Major Zero says,
I'm assuming he's talking about the Rounds Creek.
Rounds Creek is gross. The finish is terrible. Anyone who likes that hates life.
Or he's talking about the Willow Pot Still. One of the two.
Willow Pot still isn't that bad.
It's okay. It is. Okay, so if you are a first-time bourbon drinker, the Pot Still, what's something else? Oh, Basil Hayden. That's a first-timers. Those were things, back in the day, we were like, Basil Hayden is so good. We used to have on our refrigerator, we pulled off the little Basil Hayden thing and had it on our refrigerator because we're like, that stuff's so good.
I can't believe I did that.
But
that was like
now,
2015 maybe, 14.
that's when you're like, man, this 85 proof is awesome.
Oh my God, it's such a great hit.
This is great, man.
Major
And
Zero
now I'm
says,
like, I can't do anything below 105.
Major Zero says only neat for me, but I will put a drop of water in peated scotch just to bring the sweetness forward or change the carbon. That's the kind of shit I'm talking about, Major Zero. That's why you're so far ahead of us, bro.
Interesting.
Some shit that I would not have thought about. D Lucky says, Ravin, no chance. We do sports ball.
Hey, D Lucky, I hadn't seen him on here.
Hey, it's amazing that sports even came back after what Aubie Laker said, right?
I do remember. I still remember like it was yesterday. We were in our living room. Excuse me. And we were sitting there, and you had chosen not to go to the SEC championship game.
SEC tournament, basketball tournament.
Isn't that what I said? I'm sorry, the SEC basketball tournament. And I was like, I can't believe, well, we made the decision. You're like, this thing's weird. I don't know if I should go. And you didn't go. And then we were sitting there, and they're like, it's canceled tonight. And then the next day it was like...
You thought it was way over. You were like, why are they canceling this?
I was like, why are they canceling this? This is so just over the top. And you were also the one that told me that they were going to close KinderCare. And I'm like, we do not ever close our child care center. It never closes. And like within 5 days, they're like, hey, let's tell you all about unemployment.
I was really scared about COVID in the very beginning. I really was.
It was. It was scary because we didn't know in our first world country that this stuff could happen to us.
Let's see. There were a couple other things I missed here. AU-256 says runs 500 on the secondary mark, which I think is insane. I don't know.
What runs 500?
Well, I'm trying to figure out what he's talking about. We'll go back to that. Cassidy P says, so about a decade ago when Willet Pot Still was single barrels, I had some enjoyable ones. It's been neutered since about 2019. I didn't even know.
Interesting. I didn't know that either.
That's something I didn't know. I bet these people like Bourbon School and Major Zero know all that stuff.
I didn't know that.
They're smart like that.
I will tell you that the Willet Distillery is an excellent tour, though. A lot of fun. They have an amazing tasting room, an amazing tasting chick named Tammy. Tammy. Oh, Tammy will give you shit all day, and it's awesome because that's exactly what this one needs.
JB heard, was that a Ray Hudson drop I did? You can drop a tarantula in his shorts and it'll still be cool. Yeah, I played that earlier from Major Zero. Major Zero thinks that Willet Pot Still is terrible.
I mean,
it's not good. I'm not saying it's good.
You know, honestly, I've not cracked any of it in a long time. I should actually put it in my mouth again. Don't comment on that, Jay. Don't. Yeah, just keep that. Yeah, keep that to yourself. Keep that to yourself. The problem is when you're tasting bourbon and the things that you say when you're tasting bourbon as a woman, it can always be like, that's what she said.
Yeah, on Bourbon School, I don't think he's here anymore, but Marianne was on there the other day. And she talked about how sometimes the burn gets really deep in her throat.
Yeah, and you're just like,
and she goes, I know what you guys are going to say.
Don't say it anymore.
She just jumped right in.
Don't say it anymore. Like, and it's always when it's a woman doing it, right?
Pocket Watch says Auburn basketball down only 4 at LSU. Okay. So this is absolutely, they're not going to win the game probably, but that's a W.
I'm sure that your girlfriend then is having a stroke on the sideline if they're only down by 4.
D Lucky says Major Zero, the bottle looks good, talking about the Willet Pot Still. It is actually modeled after the exact pot still at Willet, which is a terrific.
If you go on Kentucky, if you go to Kentucky and do a bourbon trail tour, that is one that you should go to because it is a smaller distillery. They're very friendly. It's very nice. It's pretty there. I mean, it's pretty-ish there, and it's a very nice tour.
Oh, for sure, yeah. When do you think we were there, Courtney?
So Maddie graduated in 20, so it would have been
21.
Nope, it would have been January of 20.
No, it would have been for my birthday, right?
January of 20.
I got you.
Would have been the first time we went.
January of 20? Mm-hmm. Oh, it is, Courtney.
Look at that.
Hey.
Look at that.
Let me pull this picture over here.
Yes.
Just wanted a chance to show you guys.
It is almost like your phone knew what we were talking about. That is crazy as hell.
So that's us. That's me, Courtney, and Maddie at the Willet Pot Still. That is the actual...
That is creepy as fuck that's what popped right up on your phone.
Well, I had to skip over.
I know, but the little kitty cat sleeps right under the pot still because it's warm.
Can we see that little fucker?
I don't think he's under there right now.
Oh, he's not?
No, but that's at Willet.
I don't think he's there, no.
No. But yeah, super cool.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Yeah, it's really neat.
So that's why it looks like that.
But
Major Zero said, D Lucky, pour it out. Because D Lucky said the bottle looks great. And he said, yeah, pour it out and put something else, anything else in it.
Oh, yes, we should take a picture of what we've done with bottles because we have 4 bourbon bottle lamps in our house.
Yeah, we do. We have matching Blantons.
Which that my brother-in-law made.
Which Greg made.
And then he made the Willet, the Big Daddy Willet pot still one. He
half
made
gallon.
a lamp out of that. And then Cuz from across the street made one out of the Woodford Derby bottle that I wanted so desperately because it's beautiful. It's a watercolor. It's a beautiful Derby Woodford Reserve bottle.
Let's see, Cassidy Pieces, D Lucky, you coming? Should be a fun time. Probably talking about the Atlanta meetup that we're going to have on April 4, I believe it is, at the Proper 3.
I don't know if they come over there, but we'd love to have you.
Is it called Proper 3?
It's not called Proper 3.
What is it called?
I'm not telling you what it's called because you should know this if you're having an event there.
Major Zero says Johnny Drum is garbage as well. Yes. I am not a fan. The only Willet product that we enjoy is the Purple Top 6 or 10 year family estate. We did like that one.
Have you determined what the name of the place that you're having the event is?
Proper 3?
Local 3.
Local 3. Shit, my bad. I was close.
I figured I'd finally give in to you.
D Lucky, Cassidy P was hoping that D Lucky could make the Atlanta event. He said, I am not sure I can pull that one off. Cassidy P, no fat lady singing yet, though.
I got that.
So you're telling me there's a chance. D Lucky, of course, has one of the bedrooms in our house. It's called the D Lucky Suite. Mm-hmm. We were lucky enough to have D Lucky and Mrs. D. Actually, we've had D Lucky twice, as I recall. We had D Lucky once solo. We had D Lucky with Mrs. D Lucky once.
We need to have
we need more D Lucky. We need more D Lucky at our house.
So we have Orange Beach. We have Atlanta. We're going to have to go back. We know where we're supposed to go, D Lucky. We're supposed to have another event up there.
In the GOAT.
We need to have another Birmingham event. And we need to have we haven't had a Montgomery event in a long time.
Yeah.
We have a Montgomery one.
Sure is fun hanging out with you guys. I like that. All right, here we go. Raven, whose palate I respect, says he liked Johnny Drum. It was different. Like, I don't like Johnny Drum, but it wasn't the worst thing we had at Willet.
No, the worst, no matter what you say, is Rowan's Creek. I'm sorry, but that is awful. That was awful.
I was hoping to find...
I've never seen that picture.
You've never seen that picture of...
Never mind. I will look at that later.
Well, what is this?
Fuck.
What is going on?
This? I don't know. I've never seen this picture
either. I was. What is this? Is this Flashdance?
I don't know what it is. The dog's looking.
Look at this picture I just came up with on my photos.
I've never seen this picture
What is he
before.
doing? What is he doing? Why does he have food, money in his mouth? He got his mind on his money and his money in his mouth.
I've never seen this picture before.
Why didn't you give him money?
I didn't give him money. Oh, you know what I think this was? Because Maddie got a Christmas present from Greg. That was money stuffed in like a gas. What do you call it? When you run out of gas, the plastic gas tank that you keep in your car.
Little gas can.
And he'd stuffed like dollar bills in it, and then we were taking it out, and they were falling on the floor. And the dog, I guess, grabbed them.
I was trying to get a picture of Tammy from Willet, which I know I had.
Well, that is from.
I had on my birthday.
That's on your. No, that was this year too.
Well, we saw her again, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So your birthday.
Oh, look at there. There's JB and Maddie right there.
Oh, look at that.
Where's Tammy?
Tammy
Day.
Tammy was on the 13th. It was actually on your birthday.
Oh, really?
So scroll down.
No, we're on the 13th right here.
I know, but I don't think you have any pictures of her.
Oh.
I took them because you were with her.
Oh.
But there's Maker's Mark. Scroll up. There's Maker's Mark.
Right here? Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
That's Maker's Mark.
I'll share this with the peoples. Guys, we got a couple pictures I want to include here. This is Maddie and her godfather, Jay. Oh, it looks terrible.
That's not.
Sorry, guys. Yeah, that's better.
Here we go.
That's Maddie and her godfather, JB Elite, who was in the chat earlier.
Yes.
He goes by Jeff Vincent as his alter ego.
Super stud.
And then this is Maker's Mark.
Yes, that is Maker's Mark. Look at that. Look at that green of that beautiful blue grass in Kentucky. Is that not gorgeous?
That is really pretty.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Oh, that is JB and Becky and
that's
probably
Chris's
arm. Yeah.
Yes, it was beautiful. It was a very beautiful tour, but we were at the end of the day and I felt rushed by them.
Yeah, they did kind of hurry us
Okay,
through
so
there,
we did the 20. I don't want the 20. I don't want to taste that anymore. So I'm going to do the 21 now. See what I think of it again.
All right, Major Zero says, well, 4:30 a.m. we'll be here before we know it. Have a good night. And guys, hit that like button. Major, thank you for spending some time with us, brother.
Cheers. Thank you for joining us.
Is this guy a stud or what, man? I love that guy. he fosters such a great community over there at the on the.
Somebody said Maverick's been hitting the club.
I mean, for real, right? For real.
I don't even know. I don't know how we got him to do that because that's definitely.
Corey says, got so much money they feed it the dogs.
That's funny, Corey. I like it.
Again, there he is. Look at him. Look at him. He's like a little guy, too, at that time.
He's just a baby. Just a baby. That's when he had all his hair.
That's really funny, man. I don't even
know
know that
to
picture.
use that.
Melee says, AA was training the dog to eat paper so she can get rid of the breadstick photo.
Exactly. Exactly. Anything to get rid of the breadstick photo.
Let's see if we can find that one.
No, I don't think we can. I think it's unavailable. I think it says, oh, it can't find it.
Oh,
unavailable.
Guess what
Unavailable.
we found.
Oh, shit. Now, this is better than the other one, but I don't like it as much as the 19.
19's your favorite. Well, we need to put that one in a. Look at Cassidy Beach's bluegrass fed by limestone water. That's Star Hill Farm in Loretto, Kentucky.
Very true.
Samuel's picked that spot because he loved that water situation, that reservoir and the water they had there. Yeah, the creek.
Yes.
Otag says, I wish my grass looked like that.
I know. Isn't it beautiful?
And also, Corey says, is JB related to Tebow?
No.
I don't get that.
I don't know either, but that's okay.
You think he looks like Tebow? JB is Uruguayan.
JB is a...
Well, he's American, but he's of Uruguayan descent, I should say. Revenge says, who else wants a breadstick?
I tell you what, I wanted a breadstick last night after that concert.
Yeah, you did, of course.
It was so funny, so then we come back to the hotel, and I'm like, okay, we can Grubhub it. And I look at Grubhub, and the only thing available is Insomnia cookies. And I'm like, no, I don't need
Cookie not going to help me
cookie.
much.
The cookie
I need
ain't
more
gonna
than a
help
cookie.
me. I was really disappointed.
That's like pissing in the wind.
Should have gotten some Papa John's delivered to the hotel or something.
Let's see, Blake says, I'm going to join Major Zero and going to bed, dosing in and out of sleep. Love you, my peeps. Good night and sleep well now, having seen
you know it's the end of the night when you see that picture.
Blake, appreciate you, brother. You're always here for us.
Thank you for joining us.
I know you've been working too, man, so I appreciate you jumping in here. I mean, not that you other guys aren't, but I know Blake's been working a lot, so I appreciate y'all. Appreciate you in particular. Cassidy Pieces, I'm going back to Makers a couple weeks after our event in Atlanta to pick up another barrel. Look at this fucking guy. Another barrel.
I mean, geez, I need to hang out more with this guy.
I know, for real, right?
Jeez.
Those guys host a hell
What
of a barrel
baller.
pick. We love hanging out there at Star Hill Farm. They rushed us at the end, but prior to that, we were having a good time. Confidential informant, boys. Let's see, Revenge jumps in and says, have a great night. Blake, this is what I love about the community. Everybody's so positive and friendly.
Positive and friendly.
Coco, I'm sorry, you're Coco. Corey says, be good, Blake.
Well,
And,
it's probably about time for us to wrap it up as well,
see
Jay.
you soon. Nighty night, Blake. Canoeman. The canoeman.
I can't wait to see
D.
some of
Lucky
these
gives him
fabulous
a-
faces soon.
I don't know. We're not going to be able to get Don Properdickin over here.
Damn it.
Well, he's got
It
a
is
long way
quite
to
a
go.
commute. It is quite a commute.
His walk to Montgomery would be stalled
be-
due to ocean.
Yeah, especially in his wooden shoes.
Don, you don't wear wooden shoes, do you? Only on Holland
I
Day.
do.
Holland Day is July 17th, where they celebrate their independence from Belgium.
Jay, the problem is with Jay when he says shit like that is people are like, wow, is that true? And he like literally makes it up out of it's like dripping out of his butt. Like he just totally makes it up.
Cassidy B says, baller.
Ballers hydrate. Ballers
That's where I fucked up last
hydrate.
night, Cassidy P.
Yes, you did. I
Well,
kept
we
going,
didn't have easy access to water.
No,
last
there was
night.
easy access to water. You just didn't want to go get it. Your water was PBR. Which is very similar. It is
There's a
very
lot of water.
similar. There's a lot of water in the PBR.
Yeah, there's a lot of water in PBR.
All right. Well, we probably need to wrap it up.
Oh, because you got to go to work in the morning, right?
Well, because a lot of people need to go to work in the morning.
I don't.
Anyway, it's about that time.
It's about that time.
It's about that time.
All right, guys, we're gonna probably wrap it up there. We've gone. Well.
Oh wait,
Let's go.
we need 40 more seconds.
We're gonna go 40 more seconds.
Yeah, because then we'll be at 2 hours.
Let's see, what can we do in 40 seconds? I love BP. I'm not sure about Hugh Freeze. I love what the coaching staff has done. I think Auburn football is going to underperform next year. I still don't think that they should be believing in Peyton Thorne as much as they do. They need at least 2 more defensive linemen. I don't think the basketball team's ever going to make its full potential because the point guard play isn't good enough. I'm still skeptical about Jalen. Not skeptical about BP. I think he's an absolute stud, and anybody that questions him is an absolute idiot. I love Bourbon. I love Miss Courtney. Drive a Hyundai if you live in Montgomery because it's local. And how was that? That was a pretty packed.
That was pretty packed right there.
That was pretty packed.
All they needed was 40 seconds, Jay. Sometimes that's all you need to finish, right? Is 40 seconds.
Depends on what you're wearing.
Thank you for joining the Bourbon Blend.
Hey! All right, so on tap, we got the next Bourbon Blend will be a week from tonight.
A week from tonight, on Thursday.
We got a brain drain Saturday night. Auburn
Yes.
Tigers play at 5 o'clock. I have had some people on the bunker very friendly, in a very friendly way, very congenially, say, hey, JG, I love the show, but I really want you to do your columns again because I do the post-game wrap, big game wrap.
You're really good at that.
And maybe I need to do that. Do the column and then do the show.
That'll be a discussion that we'll have between now and Saturday.
Okay.
Okay.
But I will be on the air Saturday night doing a brain drain, hopefully from the house because we have our internet back going the right way.
Yes.
And
it's
then
going to be blazing.
And we'll probably do another show in the middle of next week before we get to our next bourbon show, but whatever.
Well, we appreciate everybody joining us. And we
There's
are
no
very
doubt.
all over the place with Auburn, Bourbon, Steel Panther. What else did we discuss?
Kim Mulkey?
Aged in Ore, Kim Mulkey. We were all over the place. But we thank you for joining us. We look forward to seeing you all next Thursday night. Cheers.